cigars.
And then we're there for another 2 hours or 3.
Oh yeah.
We
It's all
gotta
about cigar
schedule a
smoking.
separate one with us.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're available. Probably in like 2 weeks.
You
or
know,
something.
as we're working on like a $90 million estate coming up here. Yeah, we got some crazy shit going on. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, $90 million.
$90 million.
Yeah.
And maybe we should make a video on that.
Dude, it's insane. Yeah. Oh, there he is. Oh, the energy has entered the building.
The energy has
Your first time over there, bro. Sorry.
I walked in.
This
I
is
was
Sagun.
like, why is it so fucking dark?
Hey,
in
how's
here?
it going?
What's up? My
Sagun.
sunglasses were on.
Dude, he needs to meet
sorry.
Tariq,
My
too.
bad.
he was
Yeah, I
saying.
need to meet
Yeah.
Tariq.
Yeah, dude, we'll plan it up soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally there's a little table. Is there no table?
No,
It
I
was
guess
in
no
between,
table.
right?
It's okay.
Oh, there they are.
I
There
just
they are.
like coffee.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm
I
coffee.
needed my juice today.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, me too, bro. Look at
I
that.
didn't sleep. So.
Thank you, man.
Is it Sagun?
Sagun.
Sagun.
Yeah, not
Sagun.
Seguin, not
Cool.
like the city, you know?
Cool.
Sagun Sedai,
Sagun.
right?
Yeah. Austin reporter. Or
Cool.
You just call me the
Yeah,
Austin.
I've seen that. I know we have several
Yeah.
mutual friends.
Yeah.
But I'll let you jump
All right,
in.
we're on. All right, we got Sagun Sedai of the Austin Report. What's going on, brother?
Good, good. I'm glad to be here. I mean, I'm not a host, which kind of feels weird, but you know, I'm happy to.
He's in the
say what
guest
I-
seat for once.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
in the
go.
guest seat for once. You know, I've done over 10 podcast episodes with a lot of cool guests, so
Yeah.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
share what I know.
Yeah, we're excited for you too, dude. Tell us about the Austin Report. How to get started? What's your origin story? Want to hear it?
Yeah,
What's it
yeah,
all
for
about?
sure. I came to Austin a year ago. I didn't know anyone.
What? Only a year
Yeah,
ago.
it's only been a year.
brand new.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
brand
go.
new,
Welcome.
you know?
Yeah.
Thank you. I've only been in Austin for about a year, and I was like, you know what? Like, I initially got my real estate license, and I was like, how can people know about me, right? So I was like, the best way is branding, right? Social branding.
100%.
Because if you don't post or if you're not showing yourself online, people just won't know in this age right now,
one
right?
knows
This
who you are.
digital age.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Let me just do it. I started making some videos. It didn't get any traction. But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to post every day, 6 to 10 times a day, and I'm going to try
What?
for 30 days.
Love that.
And-
Where do you
then
come up with the content? That's crazy.
it's Austin, right? So
Yeah.
there's always things happening in the
Cool.
city. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
city of innovation. It's a city of growth. There's
Yeah.
a lot of cool things happening. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to post every day, and I made that my main priority. I'm like, you know what? If it doesn't work out, maybe I lose a month.
Yeah.
If it does work out, it's going to pay tenfold,
Right.
right? So then I was like, you know what? Let me just keep doing it. I just kept posting, pushed it in the algorithm
Yeah.
to a point where one of my videos called a concert dome, which you guys should check out. It's like a dome where they play music and
Yes,
stuff.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was talking about that. That got me like over like 200,000 views, and that got me like
On the map.
4,000 followers
Oh,
that day.
sweet.
That day, and the next day I reported about Nvidia. It got
Yeah.
me another 2,000 followers because I got
What?
another 200,000 views. And then the next day I talked about Firefly IPO. That also got me another 2,000 followers. So
Yeah.
for 30 days, I only had like 100 followers,
Yeah.
150 followers. To now, like day 45, day 50, I had like 5,000 followers. So I was like,
What?
this thing works.
Yeah.
So I just kept posting.
So you just post so much that the algorithm has no
Yeah,
choice but to be
it's-
like,
it's-
all right,
it's
let him in.
Okay.
Volume negates
you
luck.
win.
You win.
Yeah, absolutely.
I believe in what Alex Hormozy says. I look up
Love
to Alex
Alex Hormozy.
Hormozy,
Yo.
and he says volume negates luck. So I was like, you know what? You do it so much that Instagram algorithm has to force you to
Yeah.
show your content, and I just did that. And you know,
Yeah.
now like I've just kept doing it for a year,
Yeah.
and it's like you
So,
know, it's been
dude,
pretty good.
You report so much on Austin, so you have eyes on it all the time. So what
Yeah.
would you say? What would you tell people is like changing a lot in Austin that people aren't paying attention to, especially that business owners should pay attention to?
Yeah, I would say there's a lot of small businesses in Austin.
Mm-hmm,
Like people don't realize how many small businesses are in Austin.
Yep.
I interview a lot of small businesses. I know I did an interview with you as
Yeah,
well.
that's how we met.
It was
Yeah.
fantastic,
Oh, yeah.
right? And
Oh,
I've,
yeah.
I've been doing a lot of interviews with like different industries, from roofing, you know, to mortgage.
Eric was with roofing.
Yeah, Eric was
Bill
with
Z
roofing.
was in the
Yeah.
medical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I
you
just
know
got-
them.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
the
he's
boy.
the most connected guy in
Yeah,
the room
so
for sure.
so it's like I've interviewed them all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So you realize like how many small business owners are here, and it makes you realize that Austin is such an entrepreneurial city.
Yeah.
People want to grow. People want to help each other grow here,
Mm-hmm.
and that's something that I want to let people know from the outside that are not in Austin. Is the collaboration levels in Austin is absolutely insane. You
Yep.
go to one networking event, everyone's happy to introduce you.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has that energy. Everyone has that determination and drive to introduce you to people.
Yeah.
In 1 year, I've known so many people here, and it's all thanks to the people in Austin
Yep.
and just trying to like push you to be better.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
we all want to win.
We're all
Everyone
in the
wants to
dogfight.
win.
We're all in
And
the
we
dog-
want everyone
Yeah.
to win too.
Yeah,
so.
everyone
that.
everyone is winners in Austin. That's what I want to portray in the Austin report. Obviously, there's
Yeah.
new tech. There's a lot of innovation coming up, but I want to highlight the cool people in Austin
Right.
for people that are not in Austin.
Yeah.
So that they come to
Yeah.
Austin, they appreciate the city. you know?
Absolutely. Has your golf game gotten better? Remember where you hit that little chip?
No, actually.
Oh, yeah, I saw
actually-
that.
Yeah, he was at one of my. He said, "Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
missing
I
a
saw
putt
that
or
video.
Yeah,
something."
because I wanted to make that video, right?
Yeah.
The hook, but I
we
need
got
to
it.
get-
We got it though.
Yeah.
I seen
I-
it
I-
a few
worked.
tries, but we
I
got
seen
it.
it.
Yeah, I need to get back into golfing. I mean, I do a lot of the different things, but
Yeah.
maybe we can get back
Yeah.
into.
You're the
golf.
golfer. You're the
Yeah,
golf guy.
Yeah.
I just took Bill golfing.
Oh, did
Actually,
you?
we've been golfing twice in the last 2 weeks.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
He's the pickleball
Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
but now you're getting him into
Yeah,
golfing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen when he did the backflip with the pickleball thing when
No,
he hit it.
but
he
he
has a
is an
video.
athlete.
He's
a
an
freak
athlete.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And you guys should meet Bill. Bill's a
Cool.
great guy.
Okay,
very
awesome.
very great guy.
Awesome.
I did an interview with him as well. So
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So, what would you tell small business owners, like when it comes to social media? Is it very important for them to be the face of the company, to post every day? Like, what would
Yeah.
you suggest? You know,
Yeah, I
'Cause
would
you've
say-
interviewed a lot of them. So
yeah,
you know.
I would say don't be scared to show your face. If
Mm-hmm.
you're scared to show your face, it'll show with other people interacting with you that this guy's
Right.
very scared. This guy's
Yeah.
reserved. He doesn't want to be the face of his company. Why not
Right.
become authentic? Be yourself. And people will appreciate you for who you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
people are
that's
scared.
Yeah, because I could have just posted still image content. I could have just posted carousel. I could have just
Right.
hid,
Yeah.
I could have just done voiceover.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, I'm not going to do
Getting
that.
in the front of it, yeah.
I'm going to be that guy in front of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, Austin Report is a brand, but
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
I'm the guy that's like,
Yeah, you're
you
doing
know,
business with a person, not a logo or.
you're
a
not
brand,
doing
right?
business with a logo, right?
Exactly.
So that's why I was like, you know what? I tell people who are getting into social media, just be yourself and show yourself.
It's a digital
People might
resume.
laugh at you, but who cares?
Right. Yeah.
They're
They
gonna
laugh
forget
until you're laughing to the bank, right?
Yeah, they're laughing at the bank. You're gonna get a lot of haters. I
Yeah.
still get a lot of haters,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But then you realize that you're like,
Yeah.
no, I don't care. I mean, they're just miserable. They're
Hate only comes
losers.
from below.
Yeah, it only comes
It
from
only comes
below.
from below.
They're
Right.
giving you their energy,
Yeah.
and so what? It's
Yeah.
helping your algorithm grow.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah,
watch it. They still
actually.
watch it,
I have
so.
I have a buddy that has blown up in the glass space.
Yeah.
Blown up because he purposely instigate haters.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
He'll
you can
say, like-
engineer it.
He engineers hate. And he's
Rage
like,
bait.
Dude,
Yeah,
and
rage
it's
bait.
worked great.
Yeah,
I have
I-
a question for
yeah.
you that I'm going to ask for some of my friends because
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of content. Luckily, we all are
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And I have some buddies who are like, man, I feel like a lot of these guys doing content, it's like an ego
Yeah.
to self-fulfill them.
Yeah.
So for someone who does not have an ego, does not need an ego, does not want an ego, that's their trouble behind
Yeah.
being the face of content. What kind of advice or what direction would you steer them on the importance of content and the lack of importance of an ego needed to do the content?
Yeah, I would say, I mean, if you have an ego, then you already have a problem right there. Because it's like, if you have an ego, then you're not going to change, right?
Right.
You're thinking you're better than other people and things like that. What I tell people, be humble.
Mm-hmm.
You know, put yourself down. And you know what? Treat everyone with respect and just be yourself,
Yeah.
right? When you do that, that's the formula for, you know, being a good content creator and being successful is you'd be like, okay, you know what? I'm human. I'm like everyone else. So why should I have an ego? And why should I say like, oh, I'm better? I should
Yeah.
do this kind of content. I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
no, just be yourself. Make the content. Be true to yourself. People are gonna appreciate that from the other side.
You know what I tell people and myself in the mirror every day? I say,
Yeah.
get the fuck over yourself. Just get
Yeah.
over yourself.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump in on the posting too much on a lot of people are like, ooh, I posted twice today. I don't want you. So I saw
Twice.
this.
Like, get those
Twice
numbers
a
up.
day,
Get
yeah,
those
yeah.
numbers up.
I think Alex Hormozy might have said that again.
Yeah.
Hard
Dude's a
Hormozy guy.
powerhouse. Yeah, we all are. Yeah.
Oh, we're all Hormozy
And
fans.
so he was like, hey, Justin Bieber. And he goes, everyone in the world knows who Justin Bieber is. And he posted 1,300 times in 14 days about his new album. And you're worried about posting twice in the
right.
same day.
Yeah.
They're like, if the most known person is cranking out like 100 posts a day.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a digital resume too.
Yeah.
Like,
People think that, oh, you know what, if they post so much, then their friends won't like that. You know, they think
Yeah.
it's gonna be too spammy and things like. Who at the end of the day, a day from now, they're not gonna remember because everyone's busy worrying about their own lives.
Exactly.
That you think that they care about you,
Yep.
but in reality, probably not.
You're
Yeah.
probably thinking more or overthinking
Yeah,
it
you're,
more
yeah.
than
you're
anyone else
overthinking
will.
it. You're overthinking
Yeah.
it.
I'm
right?
like, block me then.
Yeah. Right.
I'm
Yeah.
like, buy or block, bro. Pick
Yeah.
one.
I like
Success
that.
brings out a lot of insecurities in people too.
It
Have
does.
you noticed that when
Yes.
you've gotten more
Oh,
successful?
100%.
Friends, family, tell me.
100%. My friends, my close friends never support me now.
Yeah.
Disappointing, right?
Yeah.
They put you in the old Sagun box.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
put me in
Yeah.
the old Sagun box.
Yeah.
My like just people from Michigan and
Sure.
things like that because I came from
A
Michigan.
Sagoon
Okay.
balloon, if you will.
Don't
But-
pop the balloon.
But then you realize you're like the people that support you
Yeah.
are strangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People that don't know you.
Yeah, because they meet you where you are now.
Yeah, they
Yes.
meet you where you are
Exactly.
now. So
Exactly.
they already see you as that guy.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Like,
Yeah.
wow. But your old friends, the friends that you know you were just chilling with,
Yep.
you know, you're playing video games with, you know, just like they don't like seeing you win.
Brings out
Your
their own
mindset
insecurity.
changes too, and if
Yeah.
they don't move with you, they feel insecure that they're still in the same place. So they look at you and they're just like, "Why is this person
But I
changing?"
give them motivation. I'm like, hey, you should do this. You should do this. But
Yeah.
they're comfortable where they're at, you know?
Yes.
And they want you to be where you're at.
Yeah.
Like where they're
Where
at.
they're at. Yeah.
Yep.
But no, I want to elevate.
You
I
can
want
give
to
them the
grow.
steps to the
Yeah.
keys to the kingdom, and they'll be like, I'll get
No.
to it. I don't know.
I've done even here in Austin, I've done free courses where it's like classes, sorry, where
Yeah.
I'm talking about how to grow my social media.
Yeah.
I've had 50, 60, 70 people.
Yeah.
All these people show up. And guess how many people took action?
One, maybe.
One.
Yeah.
Really?
That's
Was
it.
Yeah.
That's it. One. And the guy grew his page to like 3,000 followers.
You got to
in
put
like
in the
2
work.
weeks.
There's no way around it.
Yeah, there's no
We
way.
know that, yeah.
I give people my blueprint, right?
Yeah.
I could
And
tell
for
you in
free.
a couple days, like, you know,
Yeah.
I will commend Bill Z again. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we were chatting about some stuff, and I was like, yo, these books changed my life. They're the Alex Hermosi books.
Yeah, yeah,
$100 million offer.
Yep.
And like 5
Yep.
days later, he's like, oh my gosh, I'm rewriting my entire offer. So it's like, okay, in 5 days, you read it, you took action, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Pivot.
But I've given this book to, I don't know, 50 people.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, hey, how'd that work? And they're like, oh, I'm gonna get to
What
it.
chapter are you on? Yeah.
I'm like, dude, it's 4 hours. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Do
what
an
do you
audio
mean?
book and read along like you're in preschool.
What
Fuck.
do you mean?
You know
don't
what
have
I
to know
did?
how to read.
So I'll tell you guys what I did. So Alex Hermosi, right? I've been
Yeah.
following him for a while. He had a video. He said, watch this entire, like, I think it was like an 8-hour video. And you'll know everything that you need to know for 2026. And I watched it.
I watched
really?
that too.
Oh,
It
I
was
didn't-
4
I
and a
didn't
half
watch it.
hours.
Oh, was it 4.5
Yeah,
hours?
and I'm not going to lie.
We gotta watch it.
It was like a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
I literally sat like in a bathtub and like I had to like turn the hot water on like 3 more
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
My girl was like, "Are you good?" I was like, "I'm just dialed in right
Yeah.
now. This is yeah." It was like a 4.5
Yeah,
hour
it was
video.
yeah,
It was great.
yeah, it's great.
I
you
missed
know?
it. That's why we've been lost all year.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
For 2026.
No,
I missed it.
But it's like, you know, you need people like to listen to stuff like that because so many people are just like they're binge watching Netflix, they're doing all these different kinds of things, but these are stuff that can actually elevate you know, can actually help you grow.
I guilt trip myself so bad, even watching a movie. I can't sit
Oh
still.
my
I like
God,
have to
yeah.
create. Once you're on the creator side,
Yeah.
damn, when you start consuming, you're like, I
Yeah,
could be
then
doing
I realized-
something.
Yeah.
Like I watched Spider-Man, but even then
new
I was
Spider-Man?
like, but then I was like,
a long
no.
movie.
It was a long movie, yeah. But then I was like, no, I should.
The
be doing
ROI
other
on this is
things.
way too low. I'm
Yeah,
in a
I
net
was like,
operating
I
loss.
should be doing something else right now. Like, why am I watching? So I
Yeah.
don't watch movies. I don't do that anymore.
Well, it's
right?
like playing video games. A lot of people just get that win in their
Yeah.
head, and it's a fake win because they
Yeah.
think like, oh, I'm
win.
winning here, I'm
Yeah.
winning. In their head, they think they're winning. They're doing something.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they're still in the
I
same
sold
place.
my PS5 for a drone, and then I just started.
Oh,
And I ain't
Nice.
great. That's
There you
genius.
go.
And there we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last year when I
Forces
came to
you.
Austin.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
When I
really?
when I came to Austin, I had my PS5. Obviously, I had all my games because I was a gamer. I was like, you know what? It's
Ah.
time to change. Sold my PS5 on eBay,
Okay.
and then bought a DJI Mavic Mini 3, and then I just took drone content.
I literally look at business as a game. Like it is
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
such
It's a game.
There's
We're a game. It's like your character.
Yes.
It's like
Chris
level
It's
up
like
your strength.
GTA.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
dude.
GTA,
It really
essentially.
is. And it's like if you do these things,
Yeah.
you will win.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just a matter of doing the things in a volume
Yeah.
that most people don't understand what kind of volume it takes.
They
Most
don't.
of the time, there's no cheat
They're like,
codes
man,
for business. Yeah, there's no cheat codes. You have
No.
to do it.
You change what you were used to too, and you change your surroundings. You
Yeah.
moved to Austin, so you changed everything.
I changed everything. I didn't know anyone here.
You force
And
yourself
then-
out
and
of your
then-
comfort
And then
zone.
now everyone that sees me in Austin
Yeah.
is that new me, right? So everyone already like whenever they see me, they're like business.
It's like the story you tell yourself.
Yeah.
So you've interviewed a lot of business owners. Is there any kind of commonality, like one or two things you see in these businesses? There's got to be something.
Yeah, yeah.
On the
You
most
know.
successful ones.
Yeah, the most successful ones, even that I've had, in
Yeah,
this
not the other
podcast.
ones. Not the other ones.
Yeah, I would say some of the most common things that business owners say is try to become 1% better every day. I think that's
Okay.
the one thing that I hear a lot.
Yeah, I've heard
because
that.
it's because it compounds, right? It's a compounding effect. Imagine
Yeah.
you have 365 days,
Sure.
and you become 1% better every single day. That's like one of the most common things that I hear. I ask at the end of every podcast that I do, what's the one biggest piece of advice that you would give to someone else that is watching or someone that's young, right? And that's one of them. The other one is. The other next most common is like don't quit when you're down. Like
Right.
at the lowest point. Quit like when you're at your high. But don't quit when you're at your low.
I say step on it when you're at your high.
yeah,
Keep
step
going.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like but if you want to quit, right? Quit when you're at your high, but you're not gonna quit, right?
So
Obviously,
during that,
right?
during that
right.
first
That's a
month,
good.
was there any point that
Quit
you were
when you're
going
high,
to quit?
but you won't
Oh,
quit when you're
100%.
high because it's so good.
Yeah, because
I-
it's so good.
I like that little piece.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a good takeaway.
Quit when you're at your highest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you won't because you're at your highest.
But
so why
you're,
would you
you're
quit?
already at your highest.
Ah.
You already made it.
It's a nice takeaway.
So yeah, during that first
won't.
month, was there any
Good
point you
one.
were thinking about quitting or
I'm trying
just
to
like
tell
Oh,
you
giving
how-
up?
100%. Because I didn't
yeah.
see any results. I didn't see anything. I was like, you know what? I was only getting a couple hundred views. No one knew me.
Yeah.
Like it was at a point where it's like, is this gonna work? You always have that kind of feeling. Is this gonna work? Maybe
Yeah.
I'm just like spending all this time where I should just be focusing on sales, or where I should just be meeting people in person and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I was like, no, it's not gonna work. But I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna be myself. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
myself. I just kept doing it. And that random Monday when I was like, I was just doing it because I was just, it was
So
just part of
even
my
though
post.
it was growing though, right? It was growing, but you didn't see it at that
He's
moment.
like, no, it wasn't.
No.
good.
I mean, it wasn't really even growing that much.
Oh,
It
wow.
was like that first 30 days, I wasn't gaining anything. I would
Anything.
probably get one like. I would probably
The
like.
algorithm hasn't put you in a place yet. Right?
Yeah, it literally, I did not see any growth.
Do you know the Ice Cube theory?
What's the
It's in the book. It's in the book Atomic Habits. I absolutely love it. And
Yeah.
like yours is a picture perfect story of the Ice Cube theory.
Yeah.
So because you're changing and you're getting 1% better every
Yeah.
day, but you don't notice anything.
Yeah.
So like let's say ice cube melts once it gets above 32 degrees.
Yeah.
So let's say we're in a room and it's call it 10 degrees in this room.
Yeah.
And you turn it up a degree. You're
Yeah.
like, it's not melting.
Mm-hmm.
Turn it up a degree. It's not melting. And every day you're turning it up a degree. And they're like, they said if you make the room hotter, it'll melt. It doesn't. And then you're just one
more.
degree away. And then
To
you
that 33.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's a lot of people who are about to like see
Yeah.
that ice melt.
They
but
stop
they
at 31.
It happens
Yeah.
all the time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
love
guys,
that
I gotta.
You got to
start.
bounce?
Yeah.
All right, good. Well,
Alrighty,
we have.
cool.
This was
I
a
guess we
short,
finished out,
little
yeah.
quick episode,
Yeah.
but
All
we'll
good.
get
Host
you
us
in
too,
the-
yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
and you got to
Alrighty.
meet Tariq sometime
Yeah, I
too.
gotta meet Tariq.
All right, brother. Thanks for coming.
All
man.
right. Thank you.
Let's
Alright,
keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Alrighty. All right, now what's going on with you lately?
Dude, yeah, let's
Tell me.
just shoot the shit. We'll get some clips out of here.
Yeah.
I just
We
took-
can talk for fucking ever. That's all.
So I just took like my first, I would say like hiatus that I was I hit we'll say burnout for the first time.
Oh, okay.
And
Looks like you got a tan. Was that from golfing?
dude, so yeah, I like kind of stopped working for like 2 weeks. I did the bare
Really?
minimum.
Okay.
The company ran.
Yeah.
But like I was like, I'm going to take a little me
You hit
time.
that level. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just got a country club membership, so I just started golfing every day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But so that did
I've seen videos. Yeah.
it did a couple things for me.
Okay.
So for the first time, I hit burnout, and I was like, "Why did I hit burnout?" But
Yeah.
because I was like working like a full-time employee, I was not working like an owner. So I just felt like an underpaid employee. Almost. I don't know.
Yeah,
But it was
yeah.
just like I wasn't doing the things that I love to do, which is kind of create vision. Where we going?
It's hard
you
to be creative when you're just busting balls constantly.
Yeah, I was
Like,
just doing consultations all day and emails all night, and I'm like, dude,
yeah.
like this is a $20 an hour task.
Right. Yeah.
That I was doing all, and
Yeah.
I was stuck in it because we were really busy, which is like good.
Right.
And
it's a good problem to have, but it's something you got to pivot around.
Yeah,
You have to work to actually free up your
Yeah.
time. So
the pivot it was just like, dude, I need a break. So I just restructured some things. Had some guys run some stuff for me, at least the bulk of it.
Yeah.
So I just kind of delegated a little bit, and I was like, man, if it won't burn down, like
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah.
And I just played golf, and like it ran
Yeah.
pretty fine.
Yeah.
So stepping away like that is like, oh man, let's just delegate and let's
Right.
build on this.
Yeah. Because
And-
now you know where maybe the weak points are
Yeah.
because you stepped away, right?
Yeah. And then my manager's off today, and I kind of stepped back into things yesterday actually, and I was like, oh, I forgot I actually love doing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So taking that little sabbatical
Yeah.
was like, it recharged me to come back, made me remember like I actually love this, and then it made me structure the company where it can start running on its own a little bit more, so I can.
what did you see? Like, what did you saw different now that you were out? Like, because you were able to zoom out, right, and
Yeah.
see everything from outside. So, what were the things that you had to change now, or what are your things you're going to change?
So there's things that I was still having to do that were pretty small that we can just like outsource. But in order to do that successfully, like we need documentations and we need processes. I recently hired a fractional COO because that's probably my weakest thing is process, documentation, the whole thing.
Hire your weakness. Exactly.
Yeah, so they, we will give a 4-hour block. They pry as much information out of my brain as possible. They do all the documentation and processes.
You don't realize how much is up there, bro.
And
you
it's
got to
all
get
these
out.
little things.
Yeah.
And they're actually going to, they're going to do the hiring for a VA for me. They wrote out the VA's position agreement.
Nice. All the responsibilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then because a lot of the fine details I've lacked over the last year now, I'm just like, just keep it rolling, keep it rolling. They're going to go through and kind of clean everything up, start it at 0, and then get rolling.
Yeah.
And then basically they're trying to get this for me to work on the business, not in the business. That's the whole goal. And so they're creating KPIs, scorecards, metrics on how everyone is judged within the business. And so essentially they're making it where I could just look at it at a bird's eye view and be like,
see the metrics and be like, let's do this, do that.
I either need to pump myself into here a little bit or here and wherever.
Strategy, essentially. Like you said, it's a video game.
Yeah.
You're just strategizing the business and organizing it. You can't strategize without organization, right?
And you can't I couldn't strategize when I was just like working 12 hours a day.
You can't. Yeah.
But what that did do is it stacked profit. You know what I mean? Like I just worked around the clock because like the fractional all this stuff's a lot of money out to do that because I'm paying for your time, so it's not my time.
Right.
So it's like it's a big chunk of change.
You're leveraging your time in a way.
Yeah, sucks cash.
So I first
Yeah,
leveraged my
exactly.
time to get money. Now I'm leveraging money to get my time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's funny how I like that cycle, how they say when you start off, you cut your own grass to save your money. And then for most of your life, you never cut your grass again.
Right.
And then at the end, you cut your own grass because you have the time to do it.
Oh.
You're just like, I have
see.
nothing to do. So I'm
gonna
going to
cut my
enjoy.
grass. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I hate cutting the lawn, so that won't be me.
Yeah, won't be me either.
But the theory of it, it's
Yeah.
like you're like, I can't pay $40, and then you're like, $40 is a waste of my time.
Yeah.
And then one day you're like, I only have time.
Right.
Yeah.
I see it everywhere that people are afraid to spend money, especially on investing on themselves. And everyone's playing subtraction. And I used to be, now it's easy to see it because people are like, I have this much money and I got to save it. And if it gets taken away, it gets out of my little pile and it's gone. But I'm like, no, take that money, leverage your time with someone else's time, delegate tasks, use that money to buy your time back and compound the interest with that money. Like I'm playing multiplication and these people are still playing subtraction. When you play multiplication, you
just
see
a game.
subtraction, you're like, oh, dude, you're still playing subtraction, bro.
And
It's a mindset.
So,
Yeah.
and it's almost impossible to tell someone that mindset that exists.
Yeah.
but,
You could tell them and it just,
because like I do, and I'm like, I say this a lot, and some people get it and some people don't get it. I'm like, I don't want to do any task
yeah.
unless it makes me money or I'm spending time with my family or
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's a waste of my time or it's a waste of my money.
Yeah.
Like, why would I cut the yard? Why would I wash my car?
Right.
Why would I do any of the things?
Now, yeah. Oh, sorry to interrupt, but an interesting thing is like last time we saw you, you're like, try on this Rolex. And dude, we're
Gotcha.
both wearing Rolexes now.
Gotcha.
And every time I hear your voice when I look at it, it's like, remind me how
time
much
is
my
valuable.
time is valuable.
I think about it all the time.
exactly. All the
Honestly,
time.
sometimes when I'm feeling down about myself,
Yeah.
like I think it was like a Saturday or Sunday. If I'm around the house, like the watch isn't on, you know.
Right,
I'm
right.
in basketball shorts and TJ
Yeah.
t-shirt,
Yeah.
and I was like feeling down that like I almost wasn't doing enough. And like I put my watch on Saturday, went upstairs and worked, and my girl's like, "Why's your watch on?" Like, and I was like, to remind myself, like my time is valuable. Like, go make the most out of your time.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. When it's on your wrist, the weight, you just feel it and you look
Yeah.
at it and you're like, oh, yeah.
I did this.
I did that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did that. Yeah.
It's a good
I worked
reminder.
for this.
And our business, it also reminds me of our company and how I want to position our business as an exclusive brand that people have to get in line for, you know, because Rolex is the same thing. When you try to you go to Corman, you know, certified Rolex dealer, and they're like, oh, you want that? Well, we'll put you on the list and we might call you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and now, I mean, I told the client the other day that, and I was like, look, if you don't get on schedule now, it's going to be till like late October till we get to you now. So you have to get on now. And I meant it because it's true. And he texted back the other day and then he's like, shit, yeah, I need to get on.
I need to get on schedule.
Yeah, because we're booked out. When we raised our prices, we're even more booked out now. It's fucking crazy.
I was talking to my buddy about it. It's funny how he keeps coming up. Bill Z, this guy that we're talking about.
I didn't meet this guy. Where's this Bill
cool
Z
guy, cool
Yeah.
guy. And he was. I think Alex Hermosi talks about like the scheduling, like make your time because he used to like, okay, I'll reschedule, and like when and because we are booked out, but in the beginning I probably wasn't, and I'd be like, well,
We weren't either.
you're going to have to wait a week, and I'd
Yeah.
be like, please don't do it, please don't do it.
We used to say that too.
Yeah, but they would usually move their stuff around. I actually had one today. He was like, "Hey, not going to be able to make it. Can you reschedule for tomorrow?" I was like, "Dude, I'll be there in like 10 days." And they're like, "What?" I was like,
That's my next available time.
"Yeah. No, if you want to cancel, no problem. I'll get you on my next."
Exactly.
But like,
exactly.
it's kind of. I'm not saying please don't cancel anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Yeah, if you have to cancel,
If you're
cancel.
willing to
Yeah.
walk away, and we are like we
It's a
we
game changer.
pre-qualify, and it's hard sometimes, but we have to exude this kind of energy to everyone that works for us. And it's like, look, if they're trying to be cheap or whatever, we pre-qualify their price because I mean they're not our client, you know, and I don't want to waste our time. And,
Or
and,
theirs,
it's
yeah.
I'm thankful. I'm like, oh, thank you. Yeah, all right.
I can't
I'm
tell
good.
you how many calls I get. I'll say a week, not a day, of like, "Hey, I'm looking for a really competitive offer." I'm
We're
like,
not competitive.
Yeah.
that's what comes, and it's not to be rude, but like kind of to be rude at the same time.
Yeah,
It's just like,
yeah.
it's not me. I was like, "Have you tried Craigslist?"
Yeah. Have you tried Thumbtack? What's what
I
we said?
had to tell
Yeah.
a customer that.
I do it all the time.
He
Yeah.
did. Brian said it to
I
her
had to
face.
tell her because
He goes,
she
"I
was
tried
trying to
Thumbtack."
ask for like some posts or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, Rob, how much is for those posts?
Yeah.
And it was pretty much like
Our material
3 times.
cost was more than what she was willing to
Yeah.
pay just for the whole job.
And we're like, have you heard about Thumbtag? And
Yeah.
because honestly, that is where they should be going to Thumbtack because people
we were
will
actually-
scrape
It's
that
the same
bottom.
thing if they're
Yeah.
like, "Can I supply my own lights and my own electrical
Oh my
wire or my
God.
own panel?"
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
have y'all seen those videos where they're like, "I'm looking for labor only," and the guys were like, "Yeah, no problem, but you're going to need to go get
Have
some
everything.
DeWalt hammer drills.
Yeah.
You're going to need to
Oh,
get
yeah.
your own insurance. You're actually going to need to hire us an assistant to do all the admin
Yeah.
work." And they're
Yeah.
like, "What?" And well, you said labor only, so
Yeah.
we're just showing up.
Yeah. People don't realize all the stuff that goes into all the
my God.
expenses to actually run a
Yeah.
business, not a fucking job.
Yeah.
You know,
all the tools, all the.
And that's
the
what it's.
experience. It's you know.
So another thing we did is we swapped trucks yesterday. So.
Oh yeah. Oh
So,
dude.
so
So-
in 1 month you got finessed the Rolex and a Cybertruck.
I'm about to trade my. I never thought I'd say this. I'm about to trade my Denali diesel 2500 in for
Your dream truck.
my dream
Your
truck
dream truck, yeah.
that doesn't drive itself, so I don't really give a shit. Like,
Dude, I walked in when I parked. I was like, for a hand driver, that's a nice truck.
yes, for a hand. You're right.
Yep.
Yeah.
For a hand
That's
driver.
like, but that's like driving by in the Ford Model T, and you see that's a nice horse for a horse.
Yeah.
Why it's shitting on itself? Like,
not a bad horse. Dude, it's well, it's funny because how many people don't know like how advanced this.
Dude, I took
yeah.
my 84-year-old grandma.
I did too.
She
I was
wants
like,
one.
watch-
She's like, Robbie, this is a sign
probably
that
the-
I've lived too long.
It's probably like the safest car for them.
she can't.
Oh,
She
yeah.
can't drive anymore. She hasn't driven in like 3 or 4 years. And
It
she's like, I
trips
need
me
one.
out that I could just put my son in it.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah.
But like I could like if he
Well,
wanted
that's
to go
around the
somewhere,
corner. That's
I'd
like
be
this
like,
year, next year.
I'm like,
I actually told my kids that. I was like,
I'm
you
like,
know
dude,
what?
you
There's
could
going to
literally
be-
just hit the address and it'll take you there.
Yeah,
just
there's
take it,
going
yeah.
to be a point where I'm going to just tell the truck, take them to school, and that's
And there's
it.
no creepy Uber driver got to worry
No,
about.
Yeah.
that's it. They get to school and that's it.
Smelly Serbian.
It
or
is.
something, you know?
So like I wasn't sold on the Cybertruck
Yeah.
until you pulled your Cybertruck up and they were like, let's take a picture. And I
He
was like,
blacked it out,
dude,
too.
I was like,
Yep.
dude,
Yeah. Yeah.
my car's not cool anymore.
Dude, to be honest, we've been waiting like to get this McLaren, and like
Yeah.
I want it because it's a sports car and it's dope, and my ego, and also it gets us
My
into
ego.
it gets it's
The
true,
room.
and it gets
The
us
room.
into the right group, you know, estates and exotics and shit like that. I'm like, fuck, it doesn't drive itself.
I told
Dude,
Rob one thing.
I was just talking about that.
I just told Rob yesterday. I was like, after I got the Cybertruck,
Yeah.
my fever for that McLaren just
I don't
like,
have it.
went off.
I
And
don't have
was
it.
I lost
reading-
mine now.
Yeah, it went. I was reading something. They said you can buy a $500,000, $1 million car,
Yeah.
and it doesn't drive itself. So that's where Tesla did it.
Well, so like, and I'm not a car guy. I'm literally buying the car to get in the room.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not a car guy. So now I'm going to spend a lot of money on a car that like I have
You're
to
not hyped
drive.
about, and you have to drive. Yeah. And then I have to drive. Yeah.
And people are gonna be like, "Oh, cool. What do you have?" I'm like, "I don't know, like 4 wheels with a horse on the side." Like,
Exactly.
Italian leather.
it's got the
Italian leather. Like,
yeah. I don't know. I'm not a car guy, so like I don't love it.
Dude, like I love my truck. It's got the leather seats, the cool
Yeah.
seats. It's got all that. It's a,
Yep.
it's a. You get out of it, people are like, nice truck.
It's a dream truck.
It doesn't drive itself, and it's been my dream truck for like a decade. And now I drove this for a fucking day.
Every car
Drove it. It drove me. Excuse me.
Yeah. Like every car's pointless now.
Yep.
It's like every vehicle is like
It ruined me. It's like being a business owner trying to go back to 9 to 5. It's like fuck that. Why?
Never
Why would I
again.
do that?
Never.
Why would I do that to myself?
Never again.
I'm ruined.
And
I'm fucking ruined.
And it like costs less.
Yeah. What the fuck?
It-
I'm
oh,
definitely gonna get the Beast. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, and then well, what's a trip is like, you know, people are like, people who don't know, they're like, well, don't you? Isn't this inconvenient? I'm like, dude, I used to spend $2,000 a month on gas. You know what I mean? Like I
Dude,
don't.
I made like 2 or 3 posts on the way here. One like about this podcast.
Yeah.
I think I looked like up like for more than probably altogether 1 minute.
I forget
on
that
a
I'm
30-minute
driving.
drive.
Yes.
Me too.
I'm
Time
like,
flies.
Oh, someone
I'm-
flicked me off. Someone flicked me off.
I'm like, oh,
I
we're
told you people get. Like,
He was
be
driving.
more-
I was like, I'd be pissed if I was driving that thing too. He was just like, that's what I assume when they have road rage. I'm like, yeah, I'd be mad if I was.
dude, I
driving
have a
that.
laptop in there, and I'm just like,
Yeah, he puts it on the dash.
yeah.
I know.
Well, I have a desk in there.
Oh, you do? Okay, yeah.
yeah, so like
Because the camera
I
sees
feel,
you like.
well,
you're
I
just
feel like people freak out if I put it on the dash.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like, that-
right, they
that's
might start
aggressive.
filming you.
I don't know. That's aggressive.
Austin shower glass.
Just tint the windows, man.
Well, they'll like. I've been called previously, and they're like, "This guy's driving like this." I was like, "I'll get to the bottom of this." And thanks for letting me know.
And it's you.
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, we did get a complaint. We got a bad review because the guy was mad about the van.
We don't even know.
Merging,
They say
but-
the truck.
Yeah, I
And
don't
you,
know.
like a review, like an actual review.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
it got
put a review.
deleted. I mean,
That
yeah.
sucks.
And then, people, you can't just leave a. I'm grumpy. I'm gonna leave this
Yeah.
review. Whatever.
They
Dude,
don't know how to drive.
Yeah.
So-
They're the best at lighting, but they don't know how to drive.
So down
Right.
with the McLaren and with the Cyber Beast.
We're still getting
We're
the
still
McLaren,
doing the McLaren, bro.
but we're probably just gonna keep it in the garage.
It's gonna be garage just for taking the wife to dinner
Yeah.
and going to these
Yeah.
events, bro.
That's what I want. I was like 2 times
Yeah.
2 times a month. Maybe,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess.
Well, so we have a good idea of like he's gonna drive it for 2 weeks, keep it up at his house because he's up north. I'll keep mine, so then we can go to events that are north and south.
Yep.
Cover more area.
Divide and
Both
conquer.
get to drive it.
if y'all
Both
get
have
it
Cybertrucks.
and it like works great. So I've heard 2 stories. One guy got it to get in the right rooms and it worked.
I've heard where it doesn't too, because like people are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so another buddy who had one, he bought one not to get in the rooms just because he wanted
That's
one.
probably the best way to do it, so you
And-
don't seem disingenuous. Maybe.
Well, I was like, man, did you rub shoulders with all these people? He's like, no, man. Actually, most of those people like didn't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
All their money was in the car, and they were just car enthusiasts.
Yeah. See, that could happen too.
They're
That
like
could
most of
happen.
these people had.
That's why we're gonna lease. So if it doesn't work, we just get.
yeah, it's 1 year.
Here you go.
So like,
Yeah.
there's also another like with this whole mindset stuff that we talk about. Another part is like, sounds kind of silly, but like sometimes I'm like, it's only money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the worst case scenario? You spend some money
Yeah.
to drive a McLaren
Oh,
for
no.
a year.
And then
like,
we have to go
flopped.
make more
Oh,
money.
well.
yeah, like
It's
dude,
going to push us to make more money.
there's
That too.
That's
That
going
too.
to happen.
I think about it all the time. There's things that happen that like let's say it's a chunk of money or whatever. I'm like, dude, I always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
What did it really
I just
cost?
wanna, I'd like to experience a supercar and like the
Yes.
kid being like, whoa, or
Experience. Yep.
you know, like I have this super bike. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I posted on it. And that thing gets, because it's a rare bike,
Yeah.
it's the biggest motorcycle engine ever made.
Yeah.
And when I take that out, like little kids are like, wow, they roll their windows down, they ask me questions. And I want that feeling with the car, which will probably be tenfold.
Oh, yeah.
With adults too. I kind of want to feel it a little bit. Yeah, I'm my ego wants to feel it a little. You know?
No, like it would be totally an
Yeah.
ego buy from. Well, like
It is. it is.
what kid
But worth
didn't
it.
grow up wanting a supercar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I used to go to the book fair when and get the Lamborghini poster that I spent
Exactly.
$2 on.
It was such a distant dream then, but now it's in my reach.
In the driveway, it's going to be.
And it could be in the driveway, and it's like a bigger form of a Rolex. Like I
Oh, yeah.
fucking did that,
Yeah.
and I get to drive it whenever I want, you know. And if I get in these groups, and our ideal client is someone that's fucking loaded. I mean, it is, and we're good at discerning who is
Yes.
actually
And there's
who's
probably
not.
going
take
to
that.
be those that don't have the money, like you said, but there's probably going to be one person. If you connect with that person, genuine.
And I'm not even going to talk
Well,
business. I'm not going to talk
If
business.
you meet 2 customers, it probably paid for the McLaren.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
If you get 2 good customers, it pays for the McLaren.
It can
Yep.
easily. Yeah, we have exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You get another castle, and you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
pay for it.
Yeah. So that's what we're and I'm not going to talk business at all. I'm going to go there. I hate so what do you do?
Dude,
Fuck
it's-
off. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I drive McLaren.
I talk
I'm
about it
me.
all the time. Like
Yeah.
I probably like audible out loud sigh and roll my eyes when someone's like, "Hey man, you need to buy some merch." I'm like,
Yeah.
dude,
Stop.
I'm just having a drink. man."
Yeah. Right.
Like this was fun until you got next to me, dude.
Trying
Just
to sell
have a
me
drink
something.
and shut up.
Yeah, it's just like, oh,
Oh,
hold on.
dude. And I feel because I was there, you know, especially when I was first starting, and oh my gosh,
I don't think
probably
I-
was cringy. as
I
fuck.
don't think I ever tried to sell, ever. I like in my mind, I knew I was like, if I become friends with you, you'll just buy from me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I was there to be friends with people.
Yeah. With
And-
people, that's exactly it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then like, why wouldn't you buy from your friend?
Yeah.
I say this when I cold call
Exactly.
like builders and stuff like that.
Yep.
And I'm like, who does your glass? And they're like, I don't want to. Who what? Then I'm like, it's open. If I call anyone that's like, oh, my boy's been doing it for years, I'm like, oh, let me know if you need a backup.
Yeah.
If you call your glass guy your boy, I'm out.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
your homie.
Yeah.
There's not a personal. You're not going to beat a personal relationship with your.
You know, my buddy, shout out to Michael Barney. He's my financial advisor. He was one of the, so we used to weld together. And I was sitting around his fireplace. We were smoking a cigar. I was like, dude, I just started this lighting business. I was like, you know, I'm doing outdoor lighting. I used to work for outdoor lighting. I know what I'm doing, but I'm just starting. He's like, you know what? Let me ask my wife if she's interested. Yeah, we are. Here's $3,000. And $3,000 for deposit was massive back then. I was like, this guy's handing me $3,000.
It was the biggest amount of money you'd ever seen in one time at that time.
We're over the fireplace smoking a cigar. He hands me the check and he goes, "Yeah, I want to do business with my buddies, man."
Yeah.
And now he's my financial advisor.
Sick.
And I'm super happy
Love
to
that.
pay him whatever.
Yeah.
And my mom is too. I tell everyone
Cool.
about him. He's been to my baby shower, my wedding. I love the guy.
Yeah.
I love the
Really
guy.
nice guy,
You know,
yeah.
And
I talk about it
we'll
all
have
the
him on.
time.
Yeah.
Like, well, we will rewind to like people meet you where you are. You know, like
Yes.
I think this is a great example. I didn't know you from Adam before, and dude. Like I'm
Dude,
commenting
yeah.
on everything. I'm like, oh, so keep it up,
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
And like, but your friends have known you from 5. They're like, bro, you've never rooted for me.
Not once. I see it all the time.
Yeah. It's- I- you
Family
know,
members. I'm disappointed.
That's-
You see it all the time too. You tell
We
me
see
too.
it all
like
the
you're-
time, yeah.
Yeah, like you never like it's. Damn, it's crazy you didn't root for me. And I also
it'd be
love
the
the
opposite.
saying is like everyone wants you to do better, but no one wants you to do better than them.
Exactly.
That is true.
48 laws of power. Don't outshine the master. It's one of his
Yeah.
rules. Yeah. So like,
But-
especially if someone trained you.
And you try to like help them, like we said, but sometimes they feel offended, like that you're trying to pull
All
them
the
up.
time. All the time.
They feel like I think they get the wrong idea because they see their insecurity.
It brings out the shadow in them.
Yes, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot do that. Why are they pushing me? Yeah, you can. You just have to push yourself.
Yeah. No, it's hard. It's the hardest thing you'll ever do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, we only see each other once a month, and like I'm always stoked, dude.
Yeah,
we
dude.
got to hang more. But I'm glad you had that sabbatical, dude. and,
It
Like
was, nice.
coming back
You look good.
fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look fresh.
Tan.
Yeah, you got a tan.
Yeah.
Golfing.
It's funny because I think I was texting you right when it happened, and I noticed it happen more. The conversations that I have with entrepreneurs
Yeah.
versus other people it's almost like I don't know what to say because I'm like, oh, I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to be weird. Really, it's just talking about like cool stuff. Like I don't know, like second homes, watches, Rolexes, retiring in 10 years.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I you could sense this like, what, you think you're better than us feeling.
Yes.
And I was like, man, I'm just talking about my dreams and goals.
My accomplishments.
Yeah. Not even the ones I've accomplished. My goals.
Yeah.
They're usually my goals.
Yeah.
Is they're like, what, they're like, how's business going? I'm like, oh, good. Trying to like retire in 4 years.
Yeah. They're like,
Yeah.
I know. I told my uncle the other day because he's always supported me, and I was like, yeah, we had to fire a lot of clients like in the past couple of years. And when I say fire, I mean like they aren't our client anymore.
Yeah.
We just move on. We tell
Walk
them. He's
away.
like, hey, did you really say that to them? Like I was like, no. I'm like, and I felt bad because I realized he was one of those clients early on. I was like, fuck.
Oh.
I was like, shit. Well, I didn't mean fire you, but I mean, he also doesn't like really qualify for our price now because he wouldn't see the value in it now. You know, and it's not that I love people that support me early on, but those same people now are no longer our clients. We've kind of moved on to a different
Had to
avatar,
pivot, yeah.
and we had to, because
couple
you die in
my-
the middle.
A couple of my early clients, big ones, still big to this day, they get a really good price. Because
Nice.
I felt like they believed in me in the very beginning.
Mm-hmm. We do have some like that we have given.
We
we've
help them
stayed
out,
to
yeah.
some-
Yeah, they
Repairs.
They get a lot of love. And I think about it all the time. I'm like, man, they do so much. Like, if I gave them standard price. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not the original pricing. They've, we've bumped up, but
Yeah.
they're not at like my market value right now.
Right.
Just because like, one, they do give me a lot of volume. So like, you're going to get that volume discount.
Pay off, right? Yeah.
And then I'm like, dude, you believed in me when I was chucking a truck, you know?
Yeah.
So
that means a lot. Yeah.
yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
I was golfing with a buddy, and he was like, man, I remember because I rebranded my whole company. I think y'all did too, right? A long time. He was like, dude, I remember I hired you and you were Freedom Glass and Mirror, and you showed up just with the glass laying in the back of your truck on a blanket. I was like, dude, I forgot you did a job with me when I like most people don't know I was ever Freedom Glass.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Most people don't. It was a pretty short stint. And he's like, yeah, dude, the first job you were Freedom Glass. I was like, dude, what?
And the glass was laying.
I didn't have any glass racks.
Crazy.
I didn't even know how to carry it.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything.
I was in a unmarked white Chevy.
Yeah.
And just pulling up with my toolbox. Like what? And a roll of wire and some lights from Home Depot.
It's crazy to think like, how far, but like,
Oh yeah.
shout out for believing in me. Thanks.
Yeah.
Like, I really do appreciate it. Like, you just gave like
Some of those first customers actually saw the growth. I remember when we showed up, we had a white Mercedes dually. It was nice, but there was no wrap in it.
Yeah.
And I remember like how it changed, and now like we got it wrapped, and then we have another one. And those first customers, they still see you and they feel good for you.
Yeah.
And sometimes, I do something.
Dude, I was nervous bringing Brian. Like him and his dad came in at the perfect time, Eddie, because I was on the job. I was in over my depth on this job. It was like super, like smart lighting. Each light's individually controlled. I was like, oh my god! And they came in at the perfect time. They were available, and I was like, come on this job. We had been on one other job with me, I think. But I was nervous, and he's like, oh, just pay us this much, whatever. And I was like, oh my god, that's like my whole profit. But it's because I was thinking so small still, and then he came on and made me just think so much bigger. We'd go to consultations together, and he was coaching me to get our prices right.
At that time, I felt, to be honest, I was like, you know what, like, don't pay us, because I didn't want to say the price, because if I said the price, it was going to like offend you, like at that time, because it does.
Dude, jobs I was doing, like I was charging like $3 or $4 grand for a job that should have been like 20.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy. Dude.
It's been a process.
It has been.
So.
But his mindset with the high ticket sales is what.
So
really
he
helped.
was like, yeah, just pay us like $3 or $4 grand. You're like, I charged him $2,500.
Yeah, or like the problem. I was like, what the? How do you what?
The thing is that we were doing like this $40,000 job, but we're still like, you know what? Let's work together. And it was like this process of like just binding and working and coping. So it was
just
the whole
grinding.
process.
It was rocky at first because I had my thoughts on how business should be. He had, his, and him and his dad were coming from a lot of experience, and I had more experience with like the marketing, like building a business, operations, big macro
And neither
stuff.
one of y'all had run a business yet. So like,
yeah, I had only been running it as like a bug in a truck guy.
Yeah.
Until they came along, and then it started because then when they were there, then I was out of the field and I was able to work on the business and then learn from his sales. It just came together perfectly. Sometimes it happens like that.
Yeah.
But it took
It
us.
worked,
It took the willingness of us both of us being willing to meet somewhere in the middle. And we still have that sometimes. He's like, Rob, I don't think, and then I'll push back a little, and he pushes back, and we're like, okay, let's meet here.
Yeah.
You know?
We said something important that day, like a few days ago. We're like, we're never going to agree on everything that we say, and I said, that's great. Because if we agree on everything, then there will be something wrong.
I told him that, and I
That's
thought he
great.
was
I was
going to be
like,
like,
good one.
I thought he,
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be like, oh, fuck. But he was like, that's good, Rob. It's good that we're not agreeing. Because I was like, look, I don't agree with that. He's like, good. I was like, that's a good response, actually.
I was like, that's a great.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's why it works.
Everyone that sees is like, dude, y'all are lucky y'all found each other. Dude.
Yeah.
Like, best
That sounds
thing.
nice.
Yeah.
I see some stuff. I'm like, man, that seems nice.
It's
Because like,
yeah.
there's not too
bounce
many
stuff off
There's
each
not
other.
too many partnerships that are.
Dude, and when I tell people, when I tell people I have a partner, like,
They always tell us all this.
yeah,
horror
like
stories.
even Tariq is like, you have a partner? Bro? Like, like, you
That's
shouldn't
how
have a
I
partner.
think of. But like when you're like, yeah, man, I'm going to Costa Rica with my dad for 2 weeks, and he's just running it. I'm like, wow,
It's nice, right?
It's like I have like these thought bubbles in a cloud of like, what's that like?
We're lucky, dude. But it wasn't that way the first 3 or 4 years, you know. So.
You evolve so much as a business. You have to,
Person,
you know, and I think in the beginning, like the chuck in a truck, and I'm like, this is how business is done. And then like 6 months later, you're like, what an idiot. This is how business is done.
Yeah.
And then like 6 months later, you're like, what was I doing?
Right.
This is how, and it just like keeps.
It did slow us down at first in terms of adding more people because we were kind of stuck at a certain point where it was just me, him, and his dad, and that was good. But we got stuck there. We could only grow so much. We were like, okay, we're averaging like maybe 3,000 a day or something. We need to get that to like 5 to 10.
Yeah.
You know? And now we're about to add another driver and another van.
Yeah.
Like on top of what we
It's
have.
going to be another crew, so.
Yeah.
And so it's like, wow, but it can get you stuck too. So if you get complacent, you're like, oh, we can stay in the fun zone, right?
Yeah.
This is fun. We're making money. We can support our families. I'm like, that's cool, but I want to be a little bit bigger. You know?
So like I'm at my, you know, where what I call it, I don't know. I'm at my
You
ceiling.
have quite a few people
currently right now, but it's because like I'm the bottleneck. Like all the so like I can't grow past this number without okay, we're going to get some systems, we're going to get some process, we're going to get a sales process. Yeah. I got to build a bigger foundation to be able to build up higher.
But I think you're about to get to that next
Oh,
level.
yeah.
Once you
You're
get
so
there, you're
new,
going to
dude.
just see everything and going to move things.
You're
that-
where people are at like just 8 years,
Yeah.
and you're like barely over. It's crazy, dude.
It's
It's crazy.
It's funny when I get like reactions with people who've been in business like 10, 12, and they're like, "What about you?" I'm like, 19 months."
Yeah.
And they're like that's how you call infants.
Yeah,
like he's
infant.
19 months.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and they're like, "What?" Like I thought you've had a business for 10 years.
Yeah, because you're learning and pivoting quick, and that's the beauty of business. You have to be speed.
That's Rob right there. Yeah. He's
That's
speed.
That
Yep.
is the secret to everything. And you know, Cody Sanchez, are y'all familiar with who she is? She's a very popular entrepreneur.
Yes. Yeah, the chick. Yeah.
Yep. And so
She's a badass. Yeah.
she is. I really like her content. But what she says, and it couldn't be more true, she was asking one of her mentors, like, why are you so successful? And she's like, oh, I'm just really fast to take action. Like, we'll be in the same room, and like, let's say someone dropped us some knowledge. I would walk out of there, I would implement it, and I would fail 10 times, come up with 10 better ways to do it before you even rolled it out. Because you're going to think about how to make it perfect for, you know, a month, 2 months. And I think that's I'll say, like, I guess if you could say superpower, it's just like
Get out there and fail, right?
fast.
I think what happens here
Fast.
is like with us, Rob does it like right away.
Yeah.
I see the flaws like in the background, and I'm like, look, let's
Try
do it
this.
right here.
Yeah.
And so we like redo some things, and boom, it works.
He pulls me back, and I'm like,
That's
let's
good.
go.
But that's good, though.
Yeah.
Because like I'll like jump in the ledge, like jump off the ledge. Not really anyone to like monitor the results or like what's really.
Yeah.
I just kind of go off a feeling. I'm like, yeah, I think this is working.
Yeah.
But now that I have the fractional COO, like
Oh, dude,
they
it's gonna
dive
change
into
it.
everything. They're like, this
That's great.
actually isn't working as well as you think it's working.
Because they're looking at it from out here, right?
And just from a strictly numbers perspective.
Yeah.
Like they dive into like every penny and they're like, hey, that's not actually worth it.
Yep.
You know, quit sponsoring barbecue, Stefan.
Yeah.
You're just sponsoring a lot of parties, dude. Stop.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like it's going to be helpful, but sometimes, they're just.
Yeah, and you know, I just kind of operate off like this non-proven theory, but the best business owners that I've probably seen, they just operate like in math formulas.
I think what got you to where you are now won't get you to the next level, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But it's hard to be like stop and be like, wait.
Because that's what worked before.
Yeah.
So it's hard to be like, hey, actually, we're going to pivot.
Yeah.
I know the pivot, honestly, I'm just going to dump more into more proven marketing, such as the Google, the SEO.
We had to do that too. We kind of pivoted because Google, well, you know the whole story.
Yeah.
And it's actually been bringing in leads now. Now that's working in tandem with all the stuff we already have.
It's so good.
And you should tell them about. We've got a few things on our plate. We can at least we can divulge. We're starting a couple other businesses that are already. Because you know how quick I was to the rendering business, already
sweet,
just on fire. And then
have you been liking those GIFs I seen?
GIFs.
The GIFs, the little images. Whenever you're telling me about it.
Yeah, the Batman.
Yeah.
I knew exactly what was going on there. Oh, Bruce Wayne. So one we're working on. We're still having working with our website developer. Go ahead.
The AI one, yeah. So we're doing this AI because we actually thought about you. You were the inspiration on that one.
I'll take my cut later.
Yeah, because we want to help a lot of entrepreneurs, and we saw like how like sometimes you're busy, you're like working, and
you made us think on of it because you get a high call flow, right? And like even like HVAC companies or plumbing, where like that call is direct like monetary value. If you miss it,
they called the next one. Right, my AC's out.
Exactly. So and the novelty of AI chatbots is going to be gone in 2 years because it's going to be so common.
Oh, yeah.
The novelty in terms of being like, wow, this sounds like a human. Like, and the one we found a few that sound like I cannot.
Sound like me.
I cannot distinguish it from I was blown away, and that's like how you sell it. Because it's so the novelty of it. But eventually, it's going to be so common. There's like, is it AI? I don't know.
And we were able to train it in, I'm talking about like 3 minutes.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So what it does is it takes like for an HVAC company, it learns just your basic FAQ, right? Like I got this. There's a formula to this. Same with lighting. It's like, oh, I have lights, they're broken, blah blah, whatever. So it learns that from your business, and then it books right to the CRM and right to your calendar every client. And when you're getting high influx of like calls and stuff like HVAC and plumbing, and your company, that's what Inspire does. You need something like that because now it's autopilot, and it can go out and sell itself by doing cold calls or whatever too, and just sell.
Savage.
And it's going to be like the first line of defense.
Yeah.
I like the way that you.
And so we'd use our company all the time as R&D. So we're going to run in our company. I want to see it book.
And y'all built it out yourself?
And pre-qualify.
So we're working on it. Yeah, we're still building it.
We're building it the way we want
with a team.
with another company that runs AI chatbots.
Okay, that's what that's what I have right now.
Yeah. How is it?
Good. So like, I was talking to him, and my buddy owns the company.
Nice.
So he was like, I have this idea. I'm the guinea pig. The price was right because it was a trial thing. And I told him, I was like, you sold. He gave me a very high expectation. And I go, if you never gave me that expectation, I would have thought that this was great. But you gave me this high expectation, and there was a lot of obstacles that we were constantly overcoming. I'm like, man, is this...
My thing is I have to believe in it, and that's why I want to run it on my company.
So like when it works, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I have it right now.
Yeah.
Like and I really like a human interaction on the phone. So our chatbot
forwards you.
So all our calls are transcribed, so the chatbot reads. So whatever I say, the chatbot reads and takes the next action, and then it's like automated after that. Okay. So hypothetically, if you called me, like, hey, what's up? It's Stefan, Austin Shower Glass. How can I help you? Hey, I'm looking for a quote. No problem. I'm going to send you a text message asking for some basic information. Once you fill that out, we'll get you on the schedule.
Exactly.
Chatbot reads that, sends you the text message.
Okay.
Text says, hi, this is Stefan with Austin Shower Glass. Can I get your full name, email address, and a photo?
Yeah.
Whenever whenever it receives that info, then it looks at my schedule and gives you the next available date.
Okay, gotcha.
And then plugs it in the
That's
schedule.
how we want to do it. So and also, like, I want it to pre-qualify. So that's something we're setting up to. Pre-qualifies the client, put it all in our CRM, schedule them. Has the notes there of everything we do as well.
Because a lot of times, like for us or for a human, it's more difficult, right, to think about the pre-qualification. Uncomfortable to talk about money, which we do it already. We got used to it, but for a robot, I mean, it's just like, oh,
it's just automated.
How much do you want to spend? And it's just like normal. So
I think where obviously AI is getting better and the better team. You know, I'm sure there's some rock stars out there that cost a lot of money, and this thing would be like operational and fast.
Yeah, it's like a $20K investment up front.
I have a good price guy, very reasonable, to the point where like even when it wasn't working, I was like, well, it's not even that much. but I see the potential of it. Like, I mean, there's a lot of automation that because we have the same phone calls, the same scheduling, the same questions. So like,
exactly.
Why
It's all
can't
the
this
same
be
shit.
automated
Yeah.
all the time?
That's what I'm trying to do.
I do think, from what I've witnessed, and I could be wrong, someone has to monitor the AI.
It's still at that point, yeah.
And-
Just like our renderings, it has to have a human touch. It
Yeah.
has to-
Just like driving.
The quality
Yeah,
of it.
yeah.
You still have to kind of like check
Yeah.
it out.
Supervised, right?
Yeah,
Supervised.
supervised.
Yeah, it's supervised.
That's a great way to look at it.
It's not there yet to where you can't unsupervise. Yeah.
And the way that I think about it all the time, anytime we go into automation, and y'all could relate with this, like those beginning processes, those first couple conversations, those first touch, those are the most critical, right? So if anything weird AI happens in there, like
True.
I just turn the
You'll lose
customer off.
Right, exactly.
So that way that has to go super
There's a potential
smooth.
of that, yeah.
Well, I saw it happen in the human side, not in the company, not in my company. In a company I worked with, we hired not a rock star
Right.
who answered phones, and he would say a bunch of weird stuff that like didn't make sense. And
Our
I'm
admin
like,
has done that. A few
that
times,
customer
yeah.
would, and the way that I relate it to is like if I called I'm not mechanically inclined with vehicles. If I called like a body shop and I was like, "Hey man, I need my brakes replaced," and they're like, "Yeah, you want your transmission done?" I'm like, "No, my brakes," and they're like, "Oh, sorry about that. Your chassis."
Yeah.
I'm like,
They're like, what?
my brakes.
Turn
Like,
it off
dude,
right
I'm
away.
calling someone
Yeah,
else.
right.
Like you're
I'd rather have, for me, I mean, if it's that off, that's
Yeah.
fucked. But I'd rather have someone answer half-assed than not answer at all. too.
agreed. Still agree.
So there's it's in the middle, but also if they're way off, then it's fucked, you know?
I totally
Like our
agree.
admin has had to learn over the past year how we do it, and then now she's great at it. But before she would but they still got it, and we just correct them when we saw them.
And it was
you
a
know?
process too. But
Yeah.
another thing is that if the customer holds on to that conversation, even with those things, that's a pre-qualified customer, because sometimes your brain fixes things because you want it. So you see the end product, day one lighting, the admin could say some things that were not correct, but their brain is like, no, they just oversee it.
Yeah.
So
Because
once
they
they
still
oversee
want
it,
it.
yeah, they want
That
it.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Man, I was about to say something. So
you're good.
I totally forgot.
We don't
what it
have to
was.
do the full 2 hours either if you got to,
I
if we want to
don't.
do
I'm
other shit.
good.
Yeah.
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 Just
Are you
checking.
still on the sabbatical? Are you still chilling, or you
No,
getting
I'm
back
back
to it next
to
week?
work. I started working yesterday. Today was a packed house because my manager's out. So I
Okay,
was
yeah.
like, I'm filling in. It was packed, but I was ahead of schedule.
Nice.
And I was like,
I know. I got the text like, "Oh, Steph, it's coming."
I was like,
Yeah.
I was running ahead of schedule. I was like, actually, I can make this. Like,
nice.
Perfect.
I'm glad you
Um,
came, bro.
yeah, me too. It's always fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Where
bro.
was I? I was going to say a cool stat that they found. So I don't answer all the phone calls come to me.
Mm-hmm.
If I miss a call, my AI's, hey, sorry, I'm with the client right now. This is Stephen with Austin Shower Glass. I'm with the client right now. I'll call you back once I'm out. So that helps.
Mm-hmm.
But we were running like my costs, my CAC and everything. Like you miss a lot of phone calls, and you actually don't book all of them. A high booking rate of lead in the service space is like 85%.
Yeah.
And I think that's insanely high.
that is a lot,
Because usually I lose them at the price and the qualification. And they're like,
Same.
yeah, but what if you got captured 20% of those, and the number came out like astronomically high.
Really? Okay.
Because like I do so much pre-qualification. The job is like sold,
Right.
like
Yeah. By the time you get there, it's so warm.
it's
They know they're there. Yeah.
we know the price, we know what we're getting.
Yeah.
It's a sold job,
Yeah.
which is why my closing rate's super
Super
high.
high, right?
And
We're
they're
the
like,
same thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that gap of it was like a $750,000 gap. So like
No
I'm at like a
shit.
55% like lead to consultation rate, but I have a 90% closing rate.
Right. So you
because
want to
of-
get in front of more people that aren't qualified, or how does that work?
Yes, it's essentially.
Yeah.
So if we were to go from like a 55% closing or lead to consultation rate,
Yeah.
and we get up to 85%, and we close at a lower rate, there was like $750,000 still left on the table. So at a lower closing rate still,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is how many like leads that like.
So I wonder how you'd have to pivot that, like do less.
So ultimately, what it
Yeah.
so the theory is, since our closing rate was so high, they're like, okay, you need to get in front of more customers.
Mm-hmm.
So when they call, don't give price, go book, because they get the value in us. We show up branded vehicles, uniforms, iPad technology.
all of
Like
it,
it's
yeah.
just like when you see what we are versus who our competition is,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, I'd rather go with you guys.
Right.
But we
right.
don't get to show that when we pre-qualify over the phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And some customers are
so when
like,
you're in front of them, you have more of a chance to win them over,
yeah.
even at that price.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you got to get in front of them first.
yeah, for sure. But like, what's tough is some of those customers are like, just give me the price. And in my head, I'm like, bro, you're just going with the cheapest. So,
Exactly.
like,
If you're talking
I don't
about
even want to
price.
show up.
Right. Right.
Now, it's also a different, I look at it slightly different if someone else is showing up and like not me. Like if I have a consultation guy who's doing all my consultations, I'm like, go to every single one.
Right. Right.
When it's me, I'm like, you better have that check when I show up. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's
So,
interesting.
but the math on it was like, you're leaving like $700,000 on the table.
Right. Right.
And I was like,
Ooh,
well, what do we got to do to fix that? Like,
Get in front of more people. So
Yeah.
I guess more consultation people. Yeah. I never
Yeah.
thought about that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a balance. There's a
There is.
good balance that we do, because there were some customers. I want to say I'm pretty good at listening to the customer and seeing if that's our customer.
Yeah.
So sometimes I would not pre-qualify them, and it turned out to be our customer. I want to say I was like, what, 80%?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in your boat. Like, I could hear your voice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, this is a buyer.
Yeah.
I could hear your voice and be like, I don't even want to. It's going to be like 3,000. Like, I'm pricing
Does
high.
their voice sound like this?
I
I gotta go, Jet. Sorry.
Sorry, we're booked
Sorry,
out
Sagun.
for the next 2 months, sir. 3, actually.
Oh shit.
Yeah, there's, you could pick it up.
Yeah.
But the kind of the way that I look at it is like, that is my time that I feel like I'm wasting and my energy. And so I'm like, and not to mention, like, we know that a lot of these customers are headaches for us.
Yes.
However, if we build this business out where someone else handles the headache, someone else handles that consultation,
Yeah.
like, I'm actually not feeling that impact.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not feeling that.
As long as it's worth it for you to mobilize, right?
So that's where like the math came in,
Right.
Of like, hey, like, if your conversion rate drops from like 9, because I was at like 89%, down to like 70, but your lead to consultation goes from 55 to 85. At my average ticket cost, like it was like $700,000.
Wow.
And so like at that point, you can have someone, you can have an office manager, and you can have the consultation measure guy,
Pays for itself too. Yeah.
and you still make money, and you don't have the headaches or waste your time.
Interesting.
So like I'm not wasting my time because it's not me going to the cell, and I'm not having the headache to be like, hey, this is a millimeter off, because like
So you're
someone
done
else
with it. Yeah.
deals with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
And
I've thought about that. I've thought about that before.
it's
like
hard.
if
It's hard to delegate that.
Yes.
because it's the
We had-
sales is my baby,
Yeah,
the customer service
right.
is the baby.
We've had some pretty good salespeople that go out there and crush it, and they did good. That once they learned our methods, you know what I mean. But anyway, and something more interesting. I was talking to my father-in-law about yesterday. We had a client who was pissed off at us. Actually, remember?
Which one?
Yeah, let's just call him
Oh, yeah.
D.
I remember. Yeah.
D. Yeah. And he's like, look, I went with you guys because I'm getting the best experience, and I just didn't feel like I got that for XYZ reasons. It was more actually because we were in between, and this is why I want to ask you, like when you're in between a husband and a wife, and they're disagreeing and they can't get on the same page, and what
It's usually
happened?
the wife.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the
we-
wife definitely wore the pants in this, and she actually told us.
They throw a fit, and the husband usually doesn't care.
Right.
Yeah.
So, well, in this case, he did, and my father-in-law said there's no wrong answers. Like when you're talking to them, like if they're disagreeing, but look, guys, there's no wrong answer. So you're not siding with the husband or the wife, because sometimes you side with the husband or the wife, they're gonna burn you later. Like you know what I mean? Like he's like I'm doing it because my father-in-law does construction or whatever. He's like, I'm between some of them sometimes, and they text me in a group chat, and then they text me separately, and I'm like, oh my god, it's a horrible place to be, you know. But in this one, the guy told one of our guys in the field. He said, or no, the woman did. The wife told one of our guys in the field, "Don't go to my husband. Just don't listen to anything he says. I'm running this." And she was general contracting, not just us, but like tons of landscapers, window, all of it. They're doing a bunch of stuff.
Common,
Yeah. And then what ended up happening is by the end, he wanted someone to yell at so he could feel powerful. Is what I think happened, and he was yelling at us.
Yep.
And ended up going all the way up, to me and Brian, and then we had to just sit there and essentially take it and be like, look, I apologize, but your wife did say don't get in the way, blah blah. And he was still pissed. But there's no making this guy happy. Essentially, I think it was a power thing, and he was stuck. We were stuck in between it. So I wonder if you ever had anything like that, being stuck between the husband and the wife. You know what I mean?
Man, I have a pretty simple. What do y'all need to be happy?
Yeah. Yeah.
And like it comes off like almost rude or almost because I am like the energy that it takes from me mentally in that
juggle it,
dude, it is taxing. And like if I'm trying to win, like there's 3 of us trying to win.
Right.
Ultimately, someone loses.
Yep.
And if this thing lasts like a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks of debating, it actually pulls me away from making more money in the other places because like
Opportunity cost. Yeah.
I'm stuck on I'm like, what's it going to take to make y'all happy?
Yeah.
And usually whatever I would offer is greater than what they request. You know, they're like, well, I want a couple $100 off. Thanks. See,
Yeah, just to get rid of them, right? Yeah.
yeah.
For us, it wasn't worth debating the guy either. We're just like, well, we're sorry for that, you know.
I usually ask, what do y'all need to make happy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what is it? An upgrade? Is it is it a discount? What do you need to be happy?
Yeah.
And I never offer anything. I'm like,
Right.
well,
Just what is it? Yeah.
what will make y'all happy? And usually they say, every now and then it's outrageous. I'm like, not a chance.
Yeah.
No. Like, okay,
All right.
here, this is what I could do.
Yeah.
And I'll throw a reasonable number, and they'll feel unhappy. I'm like, look, I'll meet you here. I was like, that's my entire profit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm making nothing. I'm just trying not to lose money.
Right.
And I
Make you happy.
yeah.
And it made me kind of wonder about our systems. Like, do we need to like make it better? Are we missing something here? And there may have been a few things where we dropped the ball a little bit with communication, but overall, I think he was just unhappy with the whole situation and felt like we didn't cater to him.
I guess, is it able to talk in detail so I could get like a better
So
understanding?
what happens is that most of our installs,
Yeah.
we're in and out because everything's outside. So we're able to like
2-3 days
rebook,
max.
move things around, and most customers are cool with it. In this case, the customers wanted to be there, and there was like a lot more.
Yeah, they wanted to be there, which made no sense. It's like
Yeah.
you don't. And
I
then she
hate
wanted
that.
to design for this way. It's like some strip lighting, and she wanted to do
String,
her own
yeah.
design. She didn't want to go with string lighting.
String
yeah.
lighting, yeah.
She didn't want to go with our expertise. She wanted to make her own little design, and it was just this whole
Was
thing.
she okay? Now another good
Micromanaging.
question.
Yeah.
Did y'all feel that or sense that before the contract started?
He was great.
Because I feel
and
like
then
I
she
can
came in.
often.
Yeah,
be
she
like,
she came in the last 10 minutes and did change things up, which we've seen before.
Yep.
But we didn't know she was like that hardcore.
Yeah,
So
when
what-
I have customers when they're like, "Can you send me the specifications?"
Yeah.
I'm like,
On this
"This
little
is going
job.
to suck."
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to suck.
Yeah.
And I never learn my lesson. I just like,
And something and something I heard the other day is just because someone pays you doesn't mean they can treat you like shit.
Yeah.
I like that. It's like you treat my guys like shit, and so take your money back. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
But I've gone in and like
Smooth it over.
had some choice words
Yeah.
with some customers because the way they treated the team. And actually, we
Right.
walked off the job site.
Really? Yeah. Yeah. You have to. Dude.
I gave
yeah.
them their money back, and I was like, "We're not doing this."
Yeah. Screw
And my
that.
team was like, "Dude, thanks, man. Like,
You're looking out for them. Yeah.
dude, don't treat people like that. Like, I don't know."
I gave you money. I'm boss. I can treat you bad. Like fuck you, dude.
There was a few
Fuck
red
you.
flags because we usually give them a design and we're like, look, this is what we recommend. And
Yeah.
from the beginning, they were trying to like take some things off, and like in the middle of the installation, they call us and they're like, well, this doesn't look right, and we're like, we're still not done.
And
So-
you didn't go with the original design. It looks like it's
Yeah.
missing shit because you didn't want to pay for it. And then they end up paying for it.
Yeah,
Going with
our
the original
win was
design
that.
anyway.
Our win was that
Yeah.
that they
They added a
actually
bunch.
ended up paying for the
full
design, the
thing,
full
yeah.
design. So
Every time I was actually just right before I came here, like we did the design and I drew it up, and I was like, "This is my recommendation." I usually say that, and then they say some other stuff. I'm like, "This is my strong recommendation."
And why wouldn't you go with that? Like you're the expert.
And,
Like,
and I'm like, and
You know?
I always say this. I'm like, this is just someone who does this all day, every day for a living. But what do I know?
yeah.
I say that at the end every time. But what do I know?
I know. I like
Let's
that.
go with your option.
yeah, no, that's
Yeah. We should do that.
And then
too.
like every time they're like, "Oh, this didn't quite work out." I was like, "Yeah."
you didn't go with the original.
Yeah.
Of course.
Or sometimes,
that's what the expert recommended. But I guess
What do I know?
Yeah, what
Yeah.
do I know?
or sometimes I'll just if I like really know that their idea won't work, I'm like, it just won't have a warranty. And
you go, yeah.
they're like, "Why not?" I'm like, "Well, because it's a bad design."
Yeah. It's
So
gonna
why
fall
would I
apart.
want-
I'm not putting my name on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do it if you want. I'll say I'll put a shower door on your ceiling if you want.
Yeah. Whatever.
Just
No-
no
no warranty.
yeah. Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I mean, that's what I tell people. I'm like, look, lighting is like, it's like you're looking at a full painting. And if you're taking away different brush strokes that give it depth or whatever, you're not going to get the full effect.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, this doesn't look good. Yeah, I know.
I know.
You designed it.
It looks flat, and you have the wrong fixture here, but you want to cheap out. I mean, that's just how it is. Do it in phases so you can get the full effect eventually, at least. That's what we tell them. You know what I mean? If you
That
can't
makes
do it
a lot
all
more
up front.
sense.
Yeah.
It's like whenever a customer tells us if we can just use one light to
Light
up
the whole damn
house.
area, yeah.
We're like, yeah, we can. I mean, it's going to be in your face. You're not gonna like it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we
We're not
can.
using our fixture, so I don't want anyone to know it was us.
Yeah, don't tell anyone.
Actually,
it
at
was
this point, we just say, no, we can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we wouldn't even get in front of that client at this point.
That's how I actually fired one of my first customers. He was a great customer. Lived in a, $4 or $5 million home. And one day he calls and he's like, I need to add this and that. I'm like, okay, it's going to be this much. And it turns out he was like, that's too much. I was like, look, you're one of my first customers, so I'm going to tell you something. If you want to do it yourself, you can do it. You're going to lose all warranty. That's probably not going to work. But I'm just telling you, I can tell you what to use just because you were my first customers.
Yeah.
But that's all I can do for you.
Mm-hmm.
And he did. So hopefully his system's still
I mean, we've had
working.
people knife us. Like, we give them a design, a layout, a rendering, and then they're going to other people. Can you do this?
Yeah.
All right.
Have you had that?
I try to do some things to mitigate it. So, and I say that because like I'm on the receiving end of it. Someone sends me someone else's. They went out there. They
I've
measured.
seen that too.
They send me
Yeah.
the CAD.
We just
they're,
had that last week. Yeah.
they're like, can you quote this? Usually I'm like, what they charge? I'll just do it cheaper. Yeah. Because if you're a company that does the CAD, then you're a good company.
Yeah.
The cheap guys are drawing this up on a pen and paper,
Yeah,
right?
or a napkin
So
or
like if
something.
you're good enough to send a CAD design, you're a legit company.
Mm-hmm.
We're probably pretty competitive, so I can't beat you for $100 and like it'd be okay.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we're about the same price.
Right.
For us, we're kind of like the CAD company, and we have to.
Yeah, no
it's-
one's doing like the rendering videos
Yeah.
like we're doing it, and I had someone send, and it's interesting to see what other companies are doing. You're like,
Would y'all
it's like
ever?
shit? You
Would
know?
you, I love the
shit.
I love the free value that y'all offer in that. That's what separates you, right?
Yeah.
Look at the Hormozy, free value, free value, free
Yeah.
value,
All
free
up front.
value.
Yeah,
close
yeah.
at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder, and we did this. I think the market has changed. So
Sure.
a couple years ago, I was with a company that we charge to do a consultation, but it goes towards the price. So if you're like, hey, the rendering, the design, all this stuff is $500. When you buy, it's it goes to the price.
If it's a big project,
I think that actually is something we've been thinking about.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be part of our next level.
Yeah.
Because there is a customer base that it's going to tell us their intent just by paying them.
Yeah.
So-
And that's what we did at that one company I worked for. And we had it was a really low fee too. It was a really low fee just to really get tire kickers out of the way.
right?
Like if you did,
Yeah,
on a project y'all size, $200, $500 for a rendering,
nothing.
it's not like y'all are making money
Yeah.
off that.
No,
It's just to say like, are you a buyer?
Are you committed?
Yeah.
yeah.
Before my team waste their time, energy, and effort to do this
We did a design
for
that-
you to send it to someone
We
else.
did a design. It took us 3 days.
Yeah.
one time.
We
Three
also had
fucking days.
we had a customer one time who got really upset because they asked her for her budget. Remember that lady?
Oh, I think Brandon had asked.
Yeah, Brandon had asked for the
She got
budget.
pissed.
She got upset and she's like, "Have you seen my house? I don't have a budget."
Baller.
So I went over there.
Yeah, so
and
Brian-
I
Brian's
went
like,
over there.
"Oh, we called
I was
you
like,
bluff."
all right. I was
Ran
like,
it
all
up.
right. I was like,
I
all
just
right.
did a design, full design.
Yeah, it was like I think $120,000
Yeah,
design.
Yeah,
And
and that's what that house needed.
and the lady was like, I have to talk to someone else just to see another
Compare
another bid."
quotes.
Yeah. We're like, I
Okay,
thought
miss,
you
no
didn't
budget.
have.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't have. a
And we
budget.
move quick, dude. Like even a design that takes us 2 or 3 days is well in the multi six
Oh, yeah.
figures. And we work with GCs and stuff like, oh, I'm quick, I'm fast, so you got to get this to me quick. 2 days later, we have the full design, rendering, everything to them, estimate, itemize, whatever the fuck they all to them. They're like, oh shit. Months go by, and I'm like, I thought you were quick. What happened?
Every time.
We're quick. You're not quick.
Yeah.
Their idea of quick is
It's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
we're in a
Every
fucking
time
McLaren.
I'm
They're in
like,
a Toyota. Yeah.
Dude, I'll have this installed before like you open your email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
exactly.
Yeah.
The speed.
Like,
to
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And-
And it's not. Yeah, we've just perfected to where we can do that. You know. What
But
I mean?
I've also noticed like the GCs that I do that do move quick, whether they're opening up the estimates quick, they're paying quick,
Sure.
like those are the good ones
Yeah.
because they move quick.
Mm-hmm,
Because you could probably move quick when you have your processes down.
Well, they're probably used to working with a bunch of slap dicks that are slow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It trips me out when like I'll go do a quote and I hear the customers, they're like, yeah, we're still waiting on the estimates from the. I was like, what are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
What do you have? I just don't even understand.
I'm ready to go.
Like 3 days for an estimate? I'm like,
Right.
we're 3 days to install.
To get
what
it
are we
done.
doing?
Yeah. And I understand lighting is more of a want. So like some people, they don't have a rush. Oh, I'm in no rush
I
to
get
do
it if it's an 80K project, but like, dude, my ticket's 2K. I'm like, what are you?
Just get it done.
You saving
yeah.
$50?
Yeah.
Like,
What are you doing?
yeah.
That's a good point.
No brainer. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that one? We had the one recently where the guy said just take the transformer back. Remember?
Oh,
He got all pissed.
yeah.
What happened?
So we had a customer who we were just
case studies. They're funny.
yeah. We were helping them out. There's some customers who were like, all right, there's potential here.
They had old fixtures.
Beautiful home.
Let's get it working.
But it was like good brands. So we were like, okay, let's try to help them out. I think a raccoon had eaten through all their wiring. So I was like, look,
sometimes happens.
yeah, we're going to do
Crazy.
this and
Gets
that.
dug up if it's not deep
oh
enough.
my God.
The first install, you can tell when you're going behind someone. It's like, what the fuck did they do? They use good fixtures, but they put them in poorly
You find wire nuts like
from inside.
like from interior wire nuts in the grass.
They're mounted on the tree, like right at eye level to just face
Red.
your eye. It's like
red
what?
on a tree. So
Yeah, they're just sloppy. But people
Yeah.
don't know what they don't know, so they're like, "Oh, I got lighting. I don't know."
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
it makes a big difference. But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
we told them how to fix it, and the guy was like, "Oh, that's a lot."
Yeah.
We're like, all right, we understand, but you still need this for it to work. And the customer's like, "No, just come and get your transformer."
Yeah, we're gonna go with someone else. I'm like, so now you're gonna end up paying more than you originally would have if you went with an expert to get it redone 2-3 times by people who are novices.
Yeah.
So you're paying double now. you
And
know?
it's probably going to.
I've done that before. You
yeah,
know what
I
mean?
know. It's like, but you're gonna learn. Like, yeah, you gotta learn. You know.
I say it all the time, and when I'm talking to customers, even when I'm like referring other people, I'm like, look, this is one of the better guys I know.
Mm-hmm.
He's fair price, great quality, great to work with. I was like, I have cheap options if you're interested. And right there, they're like, this is what they say. Cheapest isn't always the best.
Yeah.
And if they say that, I'm like, here we go. You're my customer.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're my
Exactly.
customer. If that person's like, give me the cheapest, I'm like, don't call
The
me.
cheapest companies are never the biggest ones because they don't grow. They're stuck in the area where people die.
Well,
you
like
know?
sometimes like someone will like kind of question something. How can I trust you? How can I know that? I'm like, dude, I have like hundreds of Google like you can't do bad business and have a Google page. Like
That's
you
true.
people are so quick to like
Tell
say,
you if you did something wrong.
Yeah.
If you did it right, it takes some time for them to do a review. I mean, probably I want to say like 60% of the customers will write a review.
maybe
Maybe
I'll
60%.
say like 10.
If you did a great job.
Yeah.
But if you did a bad job, I think like 99.9% of the customers
They'll
are
leave a
going
bad
to
review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And rightfully so.
Yeah.
Especially if you burn them. Fuck you. Yeah.
Yeah, like you can't. And when people are like, "Hey, what's the biggest red flag?" I'm like, make sure they have a Google page, because otherwise, like, they could literally just take your money,
Yeah.
and do whatever. And there's nothing you could do. You can't even leave a bad review. You can't even let other people.
Oh
know.
yeah. Yeah, I had a customer like that like a month ago. With consultation, pre-qualified, and right at the last moment I told him, I'm like, it's going to be this much, we need 50% deposit. He's like, hold on. He went, checked. I'm like, check us in Google and everything.
Oh, yeah.
He checked us out.
That's right.
And he's
Yeah, I
like,
remember
oh, all right. Yeah, you're good to go.
Is it
All
4.9? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had someone the other day. I was like, "Hey, we take
Forgot about
we
that.
take payment on completion." He was like, "Why? I'm out of town. I don't want to pay you till like I try it out." I was like, "Man, we kind of had an agreement. Like you said, like we are. It's in the contract. We had the agreement." He's like, "Well, I don't feel comfortable paying." I was like, "Dude, there's nothing I could do to make you pay." But,
Yeah.
like I was like,
Okay.
"You could never pay, and there's nothing I could do." But
Yeah.
like, I'm on the principle.
Yeah.
My feelings are hurt a little bit. He's like, "Well, how can I trust you?" I was like, "Well, to be frank, I have hundreds of Google reviews. How can
My
I trust you?"
reputation.
I said, how can I trust you?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, "You come with no reviews."
Yeah.
I like that one.
And I wish there was a checks and balance with
Oh,
Google.
me.
Oh, yeah.
Like Uber.
Don't work with this guy. Like,
There needs to be.
Yeah.
There needs to
Like
be.
a
It cannot be
customer-
one-sided. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it gives some people the wrong idea, and they think they can just shit all over you and treat you like shit.
Yeah.
And treat people like shit.
Yeah.
And like Uber has checks and balances. Don't
Yeah.
give this guy a ride.
yeah. Well, like,
Yeah.
there's a couple. I had a call the other day, and this customer was, they paid right away, but they're like, "I'm extremely disappointed. There's terrible work." And I was like, "Man, like, we just don't get calls like that often."
Yeah, right. So what
"Man,
happened?"
Yeah, well, So I sent my manager out there to go check, and this is where I felt bad. I jumped on my guys' asses. I was like, what kind of quality are we putting out? Look at this call. Listen to this call. I got like, this is the kind of work you're putting out. Like, what do we do? And I just gave him a raise. So I'm like, bro, what are we doing
right. So
here?
You felt burned, right?
Yeah. And then my guy gets out there. He's like, bro, there was like a peppercorn flake of dirt on there. That's what she had me.
You fucking kidding?
Yeah, he's like, I got a razor, and I just like scooped it out. And she's like, thank you.
She just wanted to feel power or
I
something.
don't
Maybe
know. I think a lot of people want to make sure like they're not getting, because like we have a lifetime
taking
warranty.
advantage of or something.
Yeah, and so a lot of people are like, I'm just like, yeah, we'll be out there tomorrow. We'll
Try to test it out, probably.
Yeah, and then everyone's like, oh my gosh, this was great. I'm like, why did you make a big deal about that? You know?
Well, some people, they've never had any power ever, and now that they paid you, they're like, no, I'm the boss, and I'm gonna treat you like shit.
I
or
see
I'm gonna
that.
be Mr.
I've
Big
seen that
Dick.
a couple times, and like, you know, you call me back out, sure, call me back out again, and I was like, look, like I'm not doing this for free, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then most people are fairly reasonable, and like most of the people that we work with are business owners, probably, or you know, executives,
Sure.
and so like they understand what it takes to run a business, and
Yep.
usually when I get to that point, I'm like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? This third trip, everything's. What do we got to do?
Yeah.
What do we got to do for you to
There's
not call
something.
me anymore?
I can't go back in time.
Yeah.
What do we do
Yeah.
now?
Yeah. We had that with a customer who, like, he's pretty well off. The one with the Ferrari in the garage. And we told him everything we had to do to fix his whole system. The guy still didn't want to do it. We're like, all right.
He rather you know, VHS still works and you can still use it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Go for it.
Who's
He
using
has
it?
an 8K TV with a VHS.
That's what he has.
I guess.
Oh, he really does.
No,
No,
that's
Oh,
that's-
maybe.
I was
that's
like,
probably
maybe.
But his
yeah.
system.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's still using VHS because it works, which I can understand. And we said, sure, go for it, but that's going to not have the right light output. It's going to produce more heat. It's going to go out soon. You're going to be paying more just to maintain it. You could just pay right now and forget about it now.
Yeah.
Because all that we have replaced, he hasn't worried about.
He had like this old system that actually is a hazard. We told him like that's a hazard.
He got like wires exposed and
like
we can't do anything about it.
120 wires exposed like
Yeah,
in
it'll
his
kill you.
crease.
It'll kill you
They were
if
like
you touch
actually
it.
cutting. They were
That's
about to
actually
cut
how
wire.
we're doing Village at Westlake Shopping Center, the whole shopping center.
Sick.
And we're
Yeah.
doing like a Starbucks and all this. And they
Super
have,
sick.
yeah, oh yeah, it's putting us on the map even more. And they've got wires. And this is how we got in too, because I was actually concerned because it had rained one day and they had a junction box with wires just like that, like a rat's nest coming out. It rained, it's in water, it's live, and there's little kids
Yeah,
running
just
around.
running around that
That's
area.
crazy.
So
Like, because it's a high foot traffic area, because there's like, you know, donut shop, you know, although it's a shopping center. And I was like, guys, even if you don't do the lighting, we need to cap this off. This is dangerous. I was like, just pay for that, if anything. And I think they appreciated that, and it got them moving a little quicker, build a little urgency.
Yep.
And they're like, yeah, actually, let's do more lighting too, and do that.
they did a
as well.
test run. They liked the work, and then they're like, all right, let's do this other phase.
Information helps all. Like, you just provided information.
They
to
just don't know.
customers.
Yeah, they're not out there. Yeah.
Someone, I had a call today, and they're like, "Hey, this is what I'm looking for," and I was like, "Well, like per code, you actually can't do that. It needs to be like this." And he was like, "You know what? You're the only person that told me that. I've called 3 companies. When can you come?" And in my other head, I'm like, "How did no one else?"
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Just simple stuff like that. Like, I'm sure they had other companies be like, "Oh, that's crazy," and just like keep walking.
Yeah.
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 Because they see their final part, or like what they want to do is like sell the job. That's all their objective.
And that can happen
with
when the
us.
business gets too big and
Yeah.
you don't keep the company culture right, and you lose track of the humanality approach, you know, the connection. But I was looking at AI for some questions and stuff just for us to talk about. Do y'all see a lot of like fake entrepreneurs out there, or people that maybe are just solopreneurs? And I say fake, I mean like,
Speaking of
Yeah.
fake, I'm gonna touch this topic.
yeah. What?
I'm sick and tired of your AI flyers, your AI marketing.
Yeah.
There's like lighting guys with construction hats
Yeah.
on and
Oh,
vest
yeah,
on.
yeah,
I'm like, what do we hire a real marketing company?
Yeah.
I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
And what I really, really wonder though, I'm like, does
I just had
anyone
this conversation. Yeah, go
does
ahead.
anyone look at that and they're like, nice flyer? That's it. That's the company. And I was talking to this and they're like, I think anyone over 50 doesn't
Yes,
know that it's AI.
Perhaps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had I saw a couple of people that tried to put like AI rendered wraps on their vehicles. Like, don't do that. That looks horrible, man.
Yeah,
Like,
it's the biggest red flag you can do.
Well,
Yeah.
and I, more power to you, I guess. But I think that's like what like might separate us from those. Well, they probably do that because they don't have wraps and they don't have the baller mansions with lighting, and they don't have the baller steamer. Like those are my photos with my trucks and my vehicles.
Yeah,
and my
all of
and
our
my
photos
team.
are real.
Yeah.
Like on our, and that's also what separates us with the renderings, because I see people like, oh, like we went up on rendering prices, and guys like, I can do it myself, and I was like, okay. And then he started doing it, and it looked like ass. It just looked, it looked very AI. Our goal is that we're putting in actual real fixtures that have the same light output with the design you're going for. And we try to get as close as possible. Sometimes we might miss, but it's like 85% accurate, maybe 90. And it's your actual design. And of course you say, look, this is just a showcase transformation. It's not going to look exactly like this, but it's to give you a real close idea. And it doesn't look cheesy, you know, because you tell AI to do stuff, it'll put an orb in the middle of the yard that can't exist. It's floating. Like,
put
what?
a light in the middle of the house, and you see a light just floating in the.
Yeah. We're trying to showcase something real that looks close as real as possible. And what's actually even better, what's cool about what we do with renderings is you can take a picture that exists, that's a real lighting picture, for example, of a house, and then turn that into a moving video. So it's like, this is the real thing with the real light output. And that looks even better because then you can take that and use it as a marketing asset.
Is that like the lake house one that you showed me?
Lake house, maybe.
There was a lake house, and you were like, we just took these photos.
I think so. I think it was
It was
just
maybe
one of
like
the
2
first
months ago.
rendering.
Oh, yeah, maybe so. Yeah. And you just take, so now it's like, oh, so now you turn that into a marketing asset.
Yeah.
And instead of just being still pictures, people are doing it in real estate. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I do it all the time. And again, the people using the AI, I get it, because you could just go and chat and like make me a flyer, and like I'm dumping thousands into videographers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like thousands a month.
Yeah.
And people are like, it's everyone's on different stages, and like I totally get it, but people are like, oh man, like say kind of like I'm
Try to take shortcuts.
and I'm like, yeah, dude, it's like $1,000 a week for my videographer, and they're like,
Oh,
what?
he's dope. He's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, that's why I have like a zillion videos, a zillion photos, like.
Like
And
the
they're
one
good
on you in
quality.
Congress. I like that one. Yeah, like
that's
it's high
cool.
quality. It's good.
Yeah.
Like you clearly, and that means that you invest back in the company. And that, if I were a customer, I
what
would
it
trust you
shows.
more. Yeah.
That's it. I am basically shrinking the time that it takes for trust in a relationship to be built in those videos. You go to my page and you can see that and be like, okay, yeah, this is a trustworthy, guy with versus like, I don't know, iPhone, which I did in the beginning. I did it in the beginning, and I was like, this looks like shit.
Yeah, it's good for like every day, like how I do. I'm like, hey, we're here, blah blah blah, and you're just a person, but
I do
don't run
too.
it as a fucking ad.
Yeah.
and I used to too. We used to run those as ads.
Dude, and it looked like shit. I did it. I was like, this like just like iPhone in a dark like construction house with no light, and like it looked like
Oh yeah.
and I remember like I went to my own page. I was like, dude, if I was a customer, you could tell I was trying to be a good entrepreneur, but I just maybe hadn't figured it out yet.
And you see it a lot, like when you're in like networking events, like people are still in that phase, and you want to help them out, but sometimes they don't want to be helped. I've noticed.
I think it's just the same thing as with customers. They don't see the value yet.
Yeah.
So I mean, a customer could like hire someone else to do their shower glass, and then something happens, and you're like, I told you.
As soon as they're comparing on price, when they say apples to apples, that's a red flag. I'm like,
Yeah.
we're not apples to apples.
Yeah.
Be competitive, sharpen your pencil. We're not competitive.
your
I don't use a
pencil,
pencil. Like we're not. I'm sorry, we're just not.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of jargon that is red flags for us now that we hear right off the rip. And sometimes we can course correct them.
Yep.
And other times they're just comparing price.
Yeah.
It's like with the renderings. When we went up in price, like Rob said, they were already like talking about like, oh my God, this is a lot. But to be honest, with just the cost of like 2 fixtures, 3 fixtures, you can sell this whole job.
Yeah.
It's a quick thing we can just do. And until they see the value, until they sell their first job because of one of our renderings, they don't see the value.
I had a guy message, and he's like, dude, this blew the builder away, and it got us a ton of contracts now.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that's amazing. He's like, it's dirt cheap for what I just got. I'm like, oh, use that.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going up on price, first of all. And also tell all your friends.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, because sometimes it gets like really packed with rendering, so we have to do it.
Yeah, some weeks are
If
crazy.
you want to
Yeah.
blow your rendering page up, I got an idea for you.
Tell me.
They did it in the shower glass space.
Okay.
So some dude several years ago created a probably called Shower Door Professionals, and they just get various. Probably started with 2 dudes, and they were just like kind of on a live video call for an hour, and they're like, "What's new in business? What are you overcoming?" Basically, this on a Zoom call, and then they start inviting maybe some of your other customers. Hey, we're just trying to hear what's going on in your industry over here. Now they have like thousands and thousands of shower glass professionals, and then they like started selling a product. What
Top of funnel,
yeah. But it was just they do it an hour every Thursday, like 7 to 8, and they just talk what's new in the industry
Live?
of shower. Yeah, but it's also recorded and you can watch it later.
Okay.
That's actually what we do, or actually Rob does that. Yeah. He goes into all the landscaping pages and he talks to other people, gives them advice.
Or admin does now.
Well,
but like
admin does that now.
if you wanted to, I think like
go live.
Basically reach the nation in. Because that my shower door page is like the largest.
So we would start a page, you're saying?
Yeah, I would just be like outdoor lighting professionals, and then like you start inviting your current customers, their friends, and then you just give like free value, like like the conversation. This is how we handled this conversation. This is what we're doing with our renderings. This is where we're moving with our company. This is what we're seeing in the Austin area. This is how we've landed our bigger jobs. So now all these small guys that might not be able to afford your rendering yet are just getting free value from your knowledge. And then once they're like, oh, I'm saving up to be able to get these renderings.
So instead of posting on other people's pages that exist, like lighting pages, we should start our own. Yeah. Yeah, we should. I think we should do that.
Yeah, because
next time you see us, I'm like, bro, it blew up.
I thought it was a great idea of what they did, and so then what's next is like I don't know if y'all are able to sell it or not. It could be sellable if you partnered the right way with the AI company of like, I'm the knowledge behind this, so we're going to create this thing together.
Yeah,
as a partnership. And then we're going to sell the shit out of it.
There is a guy we're thinking of partnering with, actually. He does the more design aspect. You just take like a drone shot of the area. You can design it. It does like voltage drop, fixture location, all that. And then it integrates. He even got it integrated with the CRM and a point of sale system. And he's like, only thing I'm missing is like the cinematic side, the transformation. I was like, that's where we come in.
Yep.
So we're thinking about partnering with him.
Once, because the biggest secret in lighting is the rendering, the pricing. Once all of that is together, the secret is out.
Selling.
Yeah. So
the secret is out.
I have,
and I'm glad it's out because the thing is most people aren't. Well, I don't care. I'll tell you all the information, just like Alex Ramosi, because most people aren't doing the work anyway. Yeah.
And you're not going to do it as good as me.
Exactly.
Like you might do it a little bit.
You're not going to work as hard either.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So right now I have like this, for lack of better words, like proprietary like calculator that's like awesome. So a lot of people have trouble pricing. That's why quotes take like 3 days to come out. My guys could go and just be like, boop, 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 and they get all their quotes. And I told my guy, I was like, don't sell it to anyone in Texas. You know what I mean? You could sell this elsewhere. But the original goal, but he wouldn't give me skin in the game. So I said, no, is like, dude, I will be the face of glass. I'll go to all these glass conventions and I'll be like, this is what allowed us to scale. And I want a piece of it. And he's like, nah. I was like, all right, cancel the project. I'm good. Because then you'll just sell it all and make all the money.
Yeah.
And like you couldn't have made it without me. However, he could have. There's probably a lot more money and a lot more back end, a lot more knowledge on his part. But I was like, why would I want to sell it? And he's like, so you get it for free. I was like, dude, I could pay like $50 a month.
Right.
You know, let me go sell this thing.
Yeah.
But now he went off. He's got a new thing going on, so like maybe he'd be open for another conversation.
Maybe so, yeah. Well, I do like the idea of starting a Facebook page. It's like you don't have to reinvent the wheel. I see a lot of lighting pages out there, and I have people jump in my DMs 2, 3, 4 times a day because of the free knowledge I put out.
I see them comment on you as a like a expert in the industry.
Yeah, especially people who are new, and even some people that have been around a while.
Yeah,
and people that have been around much longer than me that are like, hey, I want to use your services, and then they'll just want to have a phone conversation and just talk about what's going on in the industry and what they're doing. And I find that I'm very honored, by the way, by that. super.
It trips me
Yeah,
out.
it trips me out too. I'm like, dude, you've been in this 3 times longer than me, bro. 4 times,
Yeah.
5 times longer than me.
I'm like, I tell my girl all the time,
You're my
I'm like, this
dad's
guy
age.
called me. Like,
yeah.
he's asking what I do.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
crazy.
Oh, I'm super honored by it, and
Yeah.
and it also allows us to peer into other people's companies when they send us their designs, how they do it. We perfected ours a little bit more based on what we've seen, because they're sending their designs to us, and I'm like, this is something sacred. Like, this is their design.
Yeah.
You know, it's their personal design, and I've changed a few things on some renderings.
Oh, yeah,
Even
'cause
I'm
you're
like,
ooh, I like that.
yeah, well, I've changed some things where I'm like, I don't like it too, and I'm like, hey man, I sent this back differently. I think you're gonna like it, and you're gonna make more money because you're gonna sell more. And they're like, dude, I made like what's his name? Kraus, David Kraus. Shout out David, one of the best designers.
I see him post on your stuff.
David,
like,
is
I know
the
who
man.
that name is.
Oh, dude, he's very close to our fixtures, our design, our style. He drives a badass Porsche. This guy, I love David. Everyone loves David, and I did a design where it had more core lights than he originally put in. He's like, dude, you just like sold me. He called me. He's like, I wish I met you sooner, bro. You just like, I upsold this job at like $30K more just because of your design. Like, it made you extra $30K on top of the like $180K the job originally was. You sold that and made all these for a small price of the rendering. He's like, dude, you just blew the client away, you know? And people will sit, like, they'll have an enclosed trailer with a TV, and they have, like, their lights and stuff, and they'll put, like, our rendering video on the TV, have them watch it.
Enclosed trailer?
Yeah, they'll do an enclosed trailer, like...
That's their mobile showroom?
Yeah, mobile showroom, exactly. And they'll have them watch our rendering video in there, and they'll, like, record their reaction to our rendering video. I'm like, this is fucking sick, dude.
So, do you know who Elite Staircase? Shout out Elite Staircases. So, like, we do similar things.
Oh, Carlos, yeah.
Yeah. He's doing something that I'm loving right now.
Tell me.
And again, like, it's out there. Like, I could take it, but I'm like, man, that's so much energy, effort, and work. Like, I might not. So he has a large enclosed trailer that's his mobile showroom, and it has all his like showcase stuff on it. And on the outside, he has 2 massive LED screens, the size of his trailer. I mean, it's like they're like $50,000 LED screens that are rolling his ads. As he's driving, he's also got a Cybertruck. But so like as he drives around, job, or all around town, he has his mobile showroom with his LED like ads live run. He's got 2 generators on top.
You have to look. Yeah.
It's baller. He's got like 2 generators on top that power the LED screen.
Badass yellow Cybertruck. So
Yeah.
Really?
You have to look. Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Huh, I haven't seen that.
He's doing well. He's crushing it.
Oh, I'm sure.
And shout out again, because there's some times where like I was doing something that might have been more in his wheelhouse, and I reached out, and instead of like trying to get the job, he's like, let me know what piece you need with. I'll help you out, and was like affordable. And then that was probably my first like olive branch that I reached out to him of like, hey, let's not be competitors or something.
Yeah.
And then he came back around and was like, hey man, I got some things. Can you? He's an expert in the stairs, and he was doing a railing. He was like, hey, I'm in this pickle, and I was like, I'd actually design it this way instead. And he's like, what hardware do you use? And send him everything. He's like, hey, thanks, man.
Oh, yeah.
But when you
do him
send
a
these
solid.
olive branches to competitors, it's just so much better. Like, hey, we can do this together. Like, and plus, like, I want some of your knowledge that like I might not have, because if I'm in a pickle, I'm like, hey, how do you do this? And he's,
There's enough to go around. Yeah.
dude, all the time.
Yeah.
As much as I want every lead in Austin,
I know,
I
right?
don't think
Yeah.
I can handle it.
That's just our ego, but that's a good thing. It helps drive us.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So you have fresh eyes coming back, man. You feel
Oh yeah,
better?
yeah. Well, honestly, so I took like a little week of doing minimal, and today was like a grind day of sales. I'm doing sales all day, and I was like, I forgot I love this.
Yeah.
Like I love
it.
this is fun.
That's why you're great at it. Yeah, because you love
I think I was doing it, but like 5 to 7 consultations a day, so like 30 a
That'll
week
burn you out. Yeah.
for like
Yeah.
weeks on end, and Saturdays and Sundays, and like speed to
Grinding.
lead want to be, and like don't get me wrong, like it was working.
Yeah.
But I was like, I felt like Forrest Gump when it's like, I'm tired.
I want to go.
I think I'm gonna go home now.
Oh.
That's what it felt like. Well, and then like I don't know, it was just like I had no time to me. That I just like, I was like, man, I don't really have joy doing that. Well, we talked about the last. I was like, dude, I'm like crushing it.
Yeah.
On number, but I don't feel like I'm winning. You know, I was just like, I just feel like I'm in this like hamster wheel.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the swamp, as
Yeah,
Hermosi
you're
calls it.
stepping on that truck, but it's just like stuck in that same place.
Yeah, it was a good place. You know what I mean? But so
Fun zone.
really, what it was is like all that grind stacked up capital in order to now reinvest, build in the foundation, and
so it was necessary.
yeah, absolutely
100% necessary.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. Well, because then I wouldn't have like extra capital to like.
Sure.
Because what like with this fractional COO, I'm like, take me from here to here and have me involved as least as possible.
Yeah.
What's the number?
Yeah.
And they're like, this. I'm like, give me a discount. That's a big number. And they're like, reasonable.
Yeah.
They're like, I thought you'd ask. I'm like, I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't. Just taking just like, you know, obviously this is at a larger scale, but I don't want to cut my yard. You know, I don't want to meal prep. I don't want to go get groceries. I don't want to wash my car. I also don't want to spend like weeks or months building this process document, mainly because I also don't have the time, right? Like it's so time consuming. Maybe if I locked myself in an office for like 5 days, but like also that would drive me insane.
Oh yeah.
And I think we're all kind of strong in this area of like, if I go do the stuff that I love in the business, I really don't feel like I'm working.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like if I just kind of go do the sales and like the rest of the stuff falls in place, like
You're happy.
that's fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's fun.
Yeah.
And you don't burn out nearly as quick, or
No.
maybe at all.
Yeah. What was burning me out was all the admin stuff that I was doing.
Yeah. I could see it last time for sure. Yeah.
And I was like, dude, like, because like, since I had so many consultations, and this was pre-Tesla era, so like I would drive, 8 to 5 consultations, come home, eat dinner with my family for like an hour.
Go email.
But literally, all I was thinking about is all the work I had to do at
You're
dinner.
not there.
So you were not stopping. Yeah.
No,
You're present, but you're not.
I was physically there.
Dude, I
what
hate that
mean?
feeling.
Yeah. And so it was like, oh, I just got to get out of this. But like, I was in the swamp. I wasn't getting out of it until I had to like force myself out. Basically, I was like, I'm gonna take a break and we'll see how things go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then again, you start thinking these. Well, Hermosi talks about it all the time. He was like, I take like days off to not do anything, with no plans to do anything, and that's where my best ideas come from.
Yes. Sometimes you have to let your mind like store all the folders away and shuffle and organize them and just get enough sleep. And I get since I have my boys, my twins. My shift.
That's what I was going to say.
My shift's from like 9:30 p.m. to like 2:30 a.m. I'm up at that time all the time. It's my shift, maybe 3 a.m. And it's silent sometimes. And they're on my chest, or the moments where they're sleeping, or even when I'm just feeding them, I just get an idea. I turn the TV off. No, I just because I don't want to keep them up, and I just let it come to me. And all of a
It's
sudden,
almost
I'm
like meditation with
yeah.
children.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I just got this idea, or I'll start editing something, or that's the best moments, those quiet moments where you can just let your mind think. I mean, we're humans; we're not always supposed to just fucking ton of input.
Stimulated like 24.
Burn you the hell out. Yeah,
and like
overstimmed,
so stimmed, bro. And like even when I'm stimmed, I'm like, I need more stim.
I know
because I need to like
pump it up,
overheat.
pump it up.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just gotta. I know, and I love it. We have a lot of family here right now because I want to see the boys and stuff. But like me and my wife, sometimes we're like, oh my god, I'm like overstimmed right now. And I got business, and I got to come here, and there's so much going on. I'm like, I need to just chill.
I definitely think like my best idea, my best thinking, my most focused stuff. Every now and then, like when your mind can't turn off, I'll wake up at like 2 or 3 in the morning, go get on my computer, and like get 8 hours of uninterrupted work in.
Go time.
And I'm like, dude, I just solved my like 2 months of problems that I've been sitting on.
Yeah. And they're always kind of there, And then you're like, fuck, I got to get to these.
Yeah. Yeah, I love those times. I'm like, dude, I wish I woke up at 2 in the morning every day.
We'll call each other at random times, like, bro, I got this. I know it's late, but he's always like, I don't give a shit. He's like, yeah, tell me.
I try to go to bed early. Yeah. I know you're a night out. Are you?
We try,
out?
but we're like our times right now have been unsynced.
Oh yeah, with the boys, man, they got me.
Yeah, you're.
My kids went back to school too, so it's like.
Are you normally a night owl or normally a morning person?
It changes. I feel that I switch. Sometimes I can go to sleep at 10
Yeah.
and go to sleep good. But then sometimes
Or he'll
there's
show
a
up to a
things.
consult and his hair's messy. I'm like, you fell asleep in the Cybertruck. He's like, hey, Rob. I'm like, what the fuck? You fell asleep?
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I did.
That's gonna close his jab.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, splash some water in your face.
Yeah. What the hell? You got a little drool right there. Yeah.
I would say I'm an early person.
Yeah. I like the productivity of when I'm rested in the morning,
Yeah.
but I am a night owl. Like, and people
I'm
give
a
me
night
shit
owl
like,
by nature,
but
but my team starts early,
so you
like,
gotta, yeah.
I don't want to show up looking like ass in my team. And I'm like, y'all need to work harder. And I'm like, in
You're in
shorts.
PJs,
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
the fact that my team starts early kind of forces me. But I've been a night owl pretty much my whole life. I actually hate mornings.
Yeah, I do too. I've never
yeah.
got used to them.
No. And, you know, people say you get used to them. Dude, I was in the military for 5 years. Woke up at 5. Never, ever did I ever get used to them. Maybe now I naturally wake up earlier,
yeah.
but mainly out of a panic of, like, work.
Good shit to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, did I do everything?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's
dude,
kind
I
of
know
like,
the feeling.
yeah.
You've been covering for me a lot because I don't get up till like I'm not actually up moving till like 10, dude.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted, dude.
Sounds
And, like,
nice.
And then yeah, I know. And then he's like him and our admin and they're already cooking.
Yeah, we get things rolling, so it's.
And I love checking my phone.
yeah.
Like, oh, look at all this nice shit. Someone
Yeah.
paid too. Wow, great. And then
Those are the favorite
get
ones.
after.
Oh,
The
yeah.
ones with dollar
clean,
signs.
clean.
Yeah. Shit. Anything else we want to chat about? I think we're reaching the
No?
end.
Yeah.
We kind of
I think that's
we
it.
rolled with it. I think it was good.
Yeah.
It was a
Good
good.
little chat.
Yeah,
I just came to fucking hang out.
Dude, I know.
Yeah.
I'm glad you came. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
this is our only time to hang out.
Dude, and
Yeah.
I got so much family. We've been hosting so much family at my house. I
Is it
got a ton of
exhausting?
people. Yeah, I got my
First week of school for my
Step
kids, so
uncle, yeah.
we're.
Yeah.
It's like jumping into a routine that we don't have,
Yeah.
like for the summer. So
yeah.
Cool news, non-podcast related. But my lady got to put in her 2 weeks. I don't know if it's she was like super stressed out, and I was like, dude, you don't really have to work.
Yeah.
And like work was like mega stressful for her. I was like, dude, fuck your boss. Like you
Yeah.
don't have to do that.
Yeah,
Like but she's been super independent, and she's always been pretty well
Yeah,
compensated.
yeah.
I can't pay her what she was making, but
Right.
like,
Yeah.
dude, do Pilates and bake cookies. Like, you know what I mean? Like, enjoy life.
Yeah.
Well, like, I
Perfect.
just stopped and smelled the roses with like playing golf every day.
Yeah.
And I was like, why don't you just like, I don't know, go on walks and yoga and stuff
Yeah, hell yeah.
and find yourself again.
Yeah.
And if you want to go fucking apply for a job. And
Nice.
you want to bake cookies.
Yeah.
Like, do whatever you want.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that freedom's there now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's badass. That's a flex right there.
It is.
Let's
It
go.
is. It's pretty cool.
Sweet.
all
done?
right.
That's it.
Congrats, bro.
Yeah.
Cool.
You too, Rob.
Yeah.
With the babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All thanks, bro. I'm
How do
debating-
they sleep? Do they not sleep? They sleep sporadic.
It's every 3 hours. They feed and then they sleep and they feed and they sleep. Dude, they don't sleep through the night. That's for sure.
Mine are 7, and they're still waking up in the middle, or 6 actually.